Welcome back to the Blackstalgia podcast. My name is Kelby. That's Carmella. That's the king of H&M, Rashawn. We have Chris over there, and we have Sam over here with his beard.
The beard says hi.
The beard says hi. The fact that he has no hair on the sides, but it doesn't fade up, is something.
That was me. I could have said.
Goodness gracious.
He wanted the real
Kelby.
It looks good.
The Viking.
I didn't say it looked bad, but it's something.
Tone.
He was just painting the picture for the
Sam is
for the
a man.
listeners.
Okay?
Full
You take
man.
that. Straight from the Marine Corps. United States.
Sam, stop
Semper
crying.
Fi.
Stop crying.
Okay? Look at him. He's getting all emotional right now. He wants to sing the Pledge of Allegiance. He's saluting you guys, shaking. Those that have died. Welcome back.
Chill.
I don't know if he's saying
I
that
don't.
for
I
real.
always
We'll
look
never
over.
know. One day I'll fix these drops.
All right, welcome back to the show. I had a great time listening back to last week's episode. We talked about 10,000 different topics over the course of 9 hours. And it was a fantastic moment for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was ironing clothes like, oh, I'm so funny. I was taking a shower, putting it on the shower speaker. Rashawn loves animals. 7 days later, look at that. Carmella said something.
7 days.
I'm still
later.
playing the episode.
Kelby listens in 5-minute intervals.
Yeah, so welcome back. How y'all week been?
It's been, I'm back at work.
Damn, I heard you was making it on time almost.
I am,
Damn,
and I'm getting coffee.
sick.
Who am I?
Wow.
It just took 80 days at home for me to get my shit together.
Yeah, you gonna fall off next
I was
week.
like, this is only the first week though.
Yeah. Are you drinking pumpkin spice?
I've had one pumpkin spice cold brew. Very different. Very different.
Oh, what's the difference?
It tastes better than a latte. Less milk. More espresso in my veins. Because a latte.
But there's milk in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it has the cold foam on top.
And y'all really be knowing coffee.
Yeah.
I just, drink it.
You just drink it black?
No, I put, whatever kind of creamer in there because I'm all about.
The cream.
Well, I was going to say I'm not really like a segregationalist.
Oh, right.
What?
Go ahead. Defend yourself.
Continue.
Sam gets it. I put the white with the black.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, when somebody is like, oh, what can I get for you? I want to get you a coffee. I'm like, oh, I want it just cream. And I want it to be the same color as me. That's how I know I've had the perfect cup
Oh
of
yeah,
coffee.
that's a fact. So you like coffee with a little bit of your cream.
I like,
Other way. She likes a lot of cream with some coffee.
That's what I'm saying. You like a little bit of coffee with your cream.
Yeah.
That's how I like it. I like it candy coffee is essentially what it is.
You like coffee that just doesn't taste like coffee.
but I like the
Well,
taste of
slightly,
coffee.
ever so slightly.
I like the taste. So it just half and half. I don't want it to be sweet. Unless it's.
You don't want it to be sweet? My dad's a therapist. He might be. Shawnee F and baby, how was your week?
Chill. Not like chill. My week.
Not yet.
was
We just
chill.
started.
It was relaxed.
It was relaxed. I finished the script.
Sick.
Ooh.
Sent that off.
Yay.
When you say you sent that off, you sent that off to like,
Spielberg.
well, we all know that
Direct
we're
line.
going to send it to Black Spielberg,
Who's that?
Tyler Perry.
Okay, hold on.
Jordan Peele.
Hold on.
Is the Black Spielberg?
No, I'm not saying he's a Black Spielberg.
But who'd you send it off to? Like
A
friends or you?
competition. A competition.
Oh, well, congratulations. I hope you make it
Thank you.
to victory. Is it a feature?
This is a short.
Okay. Is it about racial injustice?
No.
Is it a spooky
I
one?
don't normally write about racial. I mean, and as much as I write about it, I don't write about it.
Okay, I get you. So it's not like you dibble and dabble on some other things.
Right.
Okay. Well, good. I hope you win. Curls, what you been doing all week? Hey, actually, before you answer that, have you done the entire week of not eating after 6 p.m.?
I did it last week, the week before. The week actually, the
You
week
did
my
the
before.
entire
goodness.
week?
Yeah, you did it.
How?
The week
How did you
told me
feel?
about it. A lot better. I'm sleeping better.
See?
But in that week, I was working late nights, and I was like, I gotta have something, like just something to chew on or something. But I was like, yeah, I'll be fine.
And then you went back?
Like 2 days maybe. I don't remember when I eat. I don't notice it. I'm like, I just haven't eaten in like 12 hours. I should probably.
So do you eat like a lot before 6? Just to
No. I most of the time I skip breakfast, and then I'll have like a meal at lunch, and then after that I'm like,
man.
Wow.
I told him, so here was the challenge. Try to eat all your meals before 6 p.m. It was a challenge. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a lawyer. But I told him that if he does do that, let me know what he feels.
And you said you feel
feel
good.
better, feel good, slept better. It's just like you're not sleeping on like feeling heavy when you lay down.
Your
You're
stomach
just
is
kinda
not
just
in operation.
laying down.
Yep.
Because like Sam sees, I never eat dinner. I just go to my room, call it.
Whatever Sam does, I'm trying to.
I know.
Right?
Gotta get on Sam's level.
Sam's
definitely
like
gonna go on Sam.
regiment, like he's got like his scoop of pasta, his scoop of whatever it has to be.
I offered him a toaster strudel and he was like, oh, no.
Yeah,
That'll go right to my hips.
Sam had 3 Pringles and was like, get it away. That's too much.
You know how white people love to do that? Oh, get these away from me.
Yeah,
I'll eat the whole thing.
these
Yeah,
are
this is-
dangerous.
Yeah, these,
Oh my God.
these are dangerous.
I'm so bad.
Yeah. Ugh. Please don't.
Keep that away from
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's start off with something Carmella sent me. So,
Oh, yes.
Tori Lanez
Crazy.
gets charged
Yep.
by LAPD, I want to say. And if you don't know how this can happen, if you do something to somebody, the state can, or the city or whatever, they can pick up the case. So that doesn't mean that Megan Thee Stallion's people are charging him or pressing charges. But the state could be like, yo, this guy is such a bad person that he deserves some kind of punishment.
Right.
And so we're going to pick it up because you're a threat to the general public. So what it appears to be is that the city picked up the case and they are now charging him. I don't know if he got arrested, but I'm sure he probably did.
Probably.
And I've heard multiple years, so I'll put the lowest one out there, that he could potentially go to prison for 22 plus years, 22.8 months. 22
Yeah.
years. So what does this say to you guys?
Don't shoot people because you will go to jail.
That part.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys have any faith in the justice system? Any. And what I mean, when I say any, I mean 10%. You don't, Sam?
It's dwindling. Especially like as a woman. I've just heard so many people that are like getting like friends of mine that are, for example, like, oh, I was, walking in a Ralph's parking lot. It was 3:00 in the afternoon and this guy was following me. And the last thing they wanted to do was call the police. And like the first thing that, if I was to tell you the story, you would be like, well, why don't you call the police? And you don't think that because we were talking the other day and you're like, the police they don't come until like an hour, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
So it's like in that time, I'm already abducted. So
Abducted.
yeah, I'm already in a white van somewhere.
This went up rather quickly.
I'm getting right to it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's why I'm like, my faith in the justice system is slowly declining.
What about you?
I don't at all.
You don't have any faith in it?
No. I have faith that they're going to do what they've done, which is not necessarily serve justice.
So you think, I asked this question to say, do you think he's going to get off?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Depends.
yeah.
Shoot in the LA County.
He shot her in the hills, Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, it's,
His
if you shoot at all, you can get charged. So
Yep.
LA County District Attorney charged him with assault with a semi-automatic firearm, personal use of a firearm, and carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. In addition, he faces a gun allegation and a charge that he personally inflicted great bodily injury. So more than likely,
He's probably gonna do some time.
do a little, but
So I have a kind of
I bet you it'll be because he had the unregistered firearm
Yeah, I was like that
over
kinda
the actual
stands out.
shooting.
I have an interesting relationship with the justice system, and I think it's because I did jury duty. I did jury duty once for a quadruple murder,
Oh man.
and I went for like a week, maybe a week and some change, and I eventually had to get off because I was having a great time, but
Were you sequestered? Is that the word?
no. You're talking about like where I can't even be seeing all y'all and whatnot.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
But I had to get off. I had to find a way to get off because my job at the time where Chris and I worked, they were like, we don't want you to be there. And they can't, I guess they can't legally say we're not going to pay you, but they can kind of threaten you a little bit to say like, find a way to not be there. Does that make sense?
They
Yeah.
kept saying you only have so many days.
Yeah, so many days. We are only going to pay you like $20 or whatever. Like, there's all kinds of little loopholes. But in my first day, the judge explained to everybody the idea of the justice system, and then he explained how it's all, how it actually happens.
Right.
So there's an idea, and then there's what happens, and they're not always the same thing. So when I listened to that, he explained it in such a magnificent way, and he read all different parts of different articles, and it really opened my eyes to understanding what the quote unquote justice system is, and what are the rules and all this stuff. And I thought it was actually really genius. I thought it was very, very smart. But because somebody can create a rope, that means that you can create a loop. And at all points in time, somebody could take advantage of something that is within the rules, whether it is beneficial for you or something that is not beneficial for you. So that's where we are in this place where what is written and what is done is not always hand in hand. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
So when they were doing that case, and I don't know if I really am allowed to talk about it, but I will. He was guilty. So the lawyers were playing it a certain angle to say he was on drugs, he was this, he was that. They would ask you very specific questions to make you like answer a way that made you think slightly differently. Oh man, it was so fascinating. I had a great time. Like, I wish I was able to do the entire thing, but the case was 6 months long.
Whoa.
Yeah, the case was 6 months long, and when I told our old boss, he was just like, take another day and you're like not gonna have a job.
Jesus.
And I was just like,
He wasn't the coolest of people.
I was like, dude, I'm doing my civic duty.
You just wanted to be there.
No, when I tell you it was so fascinating, I didn't understand what everybody was like, I don't want to be here. I was like, dude, there's a guy here who killed 4 people. This is like beyond fascinating.
Yeah.
To hear the lawyers, how they talk, and some of it is very television-y, where they talk and the judge is like, hey, whatever the judge says, like, order in the court, and he pretty much is saying, shut your ass up.
The defense is wrong.
Yeah, and they would ask questions like, let's say they brought you up to the stand and say, so do you have a family member that's ever done drugs? And the judge would be like, hey, can't ask that question. It's so amazing. So I have a little bit of like, I'm half and half where you just don't know. I feel like there are certain courtrooms you could walk into and what the rules are and what happens makes sense. Mm-hmm. And then there's other courtrooms where perhaps there's a different type of lawyer or a different type of judge or a different, where now the rules is like, well, I'm going to bend them till they're almost broken. You know, they're not broken, but they're just bendable. And that's why I say I'm kind of somewhere 50-50 in there. Now, to tell you guys a story, how I got out, I'll tell you. They ask everybody if you believe in the death penalty. Because you he's guilty. Mm-hmm. They were barely playing the he didn't do it role. But it was very obvious from the beginning that you have to believe in the death penalty. Or you have to be open to it. And they give you a packet of about 125 pages that asks you the same question in 15 different ways, over and over and over, to see if your answer changes. So, dude from the job was like, get out now. And I was like, damn, man, I know how to answer all these questions to be here for the next 6 months. And so I decided, I was like, okay, I'm gonna lie. So I go in there, and you could tell everybody knew what to do. Do you believe in the death penalty? No. You cannot kill somebody. That's God's job. But he had told me.
Your boss.
Yeah, my boss had told me to do this after I responded on my sheets, my 150 sheets. So I had to find a way to lie. And I believe on the sheet, when they came up to me and they asked you questions in front of the killer.
What? Really?
Yeah, he can look at you and imagine this. He's like a 400-pound Filipino guy, tatted from the tip of his head to his toes. I'm talking about he has tattoos under his eyes, everything. He's like the scariest guy. He did not crack a smile, not once. And I was like, I'm gonna make this guy laugh.
That was your objective?
That was one of my objectives. So I went up to the stand, started asking me questions. Hey, so has anybody in your family been attacked? Hey, blah, blah, blah. And I answered everything perfectly. The lawyers were like, yes, we got somebody. And I was like, I'm about to throw a wrench into this. I am. And so they were like, what do you think about the death penalty? And it was clear. One side, which I guess was the state, wanted you to say yes. And the defendant or the murderer, they wanted you to say no. Mm-hmm. His lawyers wanted you to say, I do not believe in it. But my paper said, I believe in it.
Yeah.
Or I do. It was the opposite. So my paper said, I do not believe in it. And so they look at you and they say, so tell me, what do you think about the death penalty? And I look at the guy and I kind of smile at him and I go, they should kill him. And everybody went, and I went, yeah, he kills 4 people. We should just make it 5. And everybody was like, he was answering so perfectly. 1 second, Judge. What do you think? Because on this page 104, it says right here that you're you like life in prison. You said that right here. And I said, yeah, I said that when I wrote it. But now, I just feel like that's expensive, and I pay taxes, and I don't want to keep this guy alive. He killed 4 people. So, pow. And the guy looks at me, and he starts chuckling.
Oh, my God.
He's just like, huh.
It's like, I found my 5th person.
Yeah. He just starts chuckling, and he's like nodding his head. And then like, do you want to say anything else? I was like, I guess not really, but I mean, for the most part, this is where I stand. I think the trial should be pretty much done, and I'm okay with you if he dies. Put him in the chair, needle, whatever. And he starts laughing, Like he went from chuckling to like full on laughter, and the judge had to bang his gavel. Hey, relax.
The judge was Bugs
ever.
Bunny.
Hey, you can't do that.
Hey, relax. Okay, this is the court of law. You know, and that's when they were like, "All right, you got to get on out of here, buddy.
Go back to work.
Yeah, go back to your little $9 an hour job." But
980.
$9.80. I got a raise. It was $9.90.
Must be nice.
So to relate this back to Tori Lanez, because I relate things with microfibers. I feel like he is probably going to get Tekashi 6ix9ine. They're going to put him in there for like a year, and then they're going to deport him back to Canada, and that's about it.
I agree. He's not staying in there for 20 years.
Does he deserve 20 years for shooting a girl in the foot? When Chris Brown got nothing? Not to say that I know everything about the Chris Brown case, but
Yeah.
20 years. If you were the judge, would you give somebody shot in the foot 20 years?
I mean, is it the body part that like we're going off of? Because if it was her chest,
Yeah, but that's a different body part.
that's what I'm asking. Like,
I'm
if
just
it was
saying the possibility of death. Because what I'm hearing is, and if you could see from her photos, it sounds like he shot the floor and the bullet ricocheted off the ground into her foot. So, is that 20 years?
I don't know.
That's rough, huh?
I don't know. I think the moment you pull a trigger,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's pull a trigger 20 years, but it could have ricocheted and hit her in the chest. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
The reason you pulled the trigger in the first place.
yeah, why did you shoot?
Could have been a warning, you know, not a warning, but if you understand what I'm saying, like a
It's
shoot
hard
at the
to argue
ground.
that. Very hard to argue. Hey, he wasn't actually going to do it.
Okay, this is actually kind of fun. It could be a warning because Meg Thee Stallion about 7'8".
Go ahead.
She's
Go ahead. Go ahead. Argue this one. Argue this one.
It's on Kelby.
Let's hear it.
She's not.
Let's hear it.
She's not that hard to
Should've kicked
miss.
him so hard.
She's not that hard to miss. So that's what I'm saying. Like he could have just shot her. He could have just pulled the gun out and just bah, right there in the back because she was walking away. So he could have technically shot the ground to try and make his point, and then it ricocheted and hit her in the
But
foot.
he could have also been aiming for her foot. Just as another warning, like, hey,
Could
next
have shot
time
it,
it'll be a
shot it
little
in the
higher.
air.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Could have shot in the air.
But he didn't.
He could have said, hey,
Exactly.
Now we
Stop.
can only talk about what he did do.
Which is pull the trigger.
Right.
Okay. Does
Towards
pulling
the
the
ground.
trigger mean deadly?
It could have been a slip. ND. Like, how do you forget?
Could have been a slip. That's what Sam says. I'm not going to give him all that much because it.
I mean, to get somebody, I don't know, to generalize, but where are you in your emotions that you are willing to pull out a gun as a warning? You're a fucking man. You were about to leave in your car and you had to shoot a warning? Like, can't you just fucking leave? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you still pulled out a gun. You still shot it. It wasn't like, I have a gun, I will shoot you, but I'm not actually pulling the trigger. Like, you could show the gun and that could be the warning. That's a big enough warning that I would be like, fuck, okay. You know?
He probably wanted to make her. There's a terminology called tap dancing when you shoot at the floor, and then you're like making the people like, oh my gosh, you know?
Yeah.
So perhaps he wanted to take it that one step further and like shoot at the floor to make it seem like I'm being serious. Pow, you know? And then off the ground into her foot in two different places. So I'm just wondering if he did not intend on shooting her to kill her and he was just shooting her to harm her or shooting her to warn her, I guess. That's two different things.
Yeah.
Or three different things. So I would love to know if 20 years or even 10 years for
Yeah.
shooting somebody Because if you guys know who Joel Santana is, he had a gun at the airport and they only gave him 2 years.
Did he shoot anything?
No, but he acted a certain kind of way because he had the gun in his bag and then he ran away.
Because he forgot he had a gun in his
He
bag.
forgot he had the gun in the bag and then he ran away for like 2 days. And then like turned himself in.
Have you watched Atlanta?
Yes.
Such a good episode.
Yes.
Is it about that?
It kind of is.
Kind of. Yeah.
I did that once at the airport. I had a
Chris,
knife
this is not the
that I
place.
forgot. No, not again. It was like a pocket knife, but it was the ones that you like.
Swiss Army?
Queen. No,
Oh.
it was like a
Yeah.
basic bench made knife, and I forgot I had it in my bag, and I was like in line, in
Fuck.
security. Like I was next in line to go through the beep beep thing, and I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? So I saw the recycling bin, and I was like, I don't need this knife anymore. Quicker, and I left. I was like, I'm gone.
They got this boy on camera. And you saying it now.
Yeah.
They've probably been sitting inside of
Yeah,
Grand
yeah.
Central Station. Who the hell's knife is this? Your arm was covered by somebody walking in the airport.
Yeah.
And now that he said it on the Blackstalgia
They
podcast
gonna
where you can
find
listen
me.
weekly on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And you know how we do the podcast, Ed.
Look at
This
that.
address.
A room full of blacks and the Mexican guy is the one who did the
But
crime.
they can't see him. They don't ever see him.
Man,
So
flip the
please
camera,
don't-
yo. Flip the- I just showed him on the gram.
Way to go, bro.
I'm
You,
damn
gonna
it.
attack him.
you incriminated me.
Damn, Chris, telling all your secrets.
Yeah, the knife in the bag and I threw it away secret.
You know what I throw away at the airport? Lotion. Okay.
You always got lotion around you. Shit.
I have dry skin.
Why are you throwing it away?
It was too much.
He didn't get the.
It's above the
3
It
ounces.
wasn't a. It wasn't a travel size.
Put it in your checked bag.
He doesn't check a bag.
I fly Spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
He doesn't even get a seatbelt on Spirit, let alone a
Seatbelt.
bag.
Then we get a bucket seat. We get a couple lollipops,
And a prayer.
and I get to go to Miami for $15.
There you go.
Maybe.
You got to stand and hold.
You make it.
They might drop you in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Over the water.
If there's turbulence, you got to hold the thing real tight.
We're in
We'll
Florida.
make
Get
it.
out.
Go make it. You guys know what turbulence is?
Yeah. I
It's-
love turbulence. It's so weird.
What?
I know. The feeling.
So you like the feeling of death?
No, I never like get scared of it. It just reminds me of like the feeling of a roller coaster.
Oh, hell no.
And you're just like
That's
sleeping.
More stakes.
And
And then you're like, oh shit. Yeah.
girl.
I never fell asleep on a roller coaster to have it jolt me awake. That's never happened.
Well, I just recently learned that nobody's ever died from turbulence.
No.
No.
And
Whoa.
say it again.
No. I'm like, well, did you think people had died from turbulence?
Heck yeah! When you're on the plane and you feel like it's dropping,
Because if you look at the plane during turbulence, it's not doing anything.
it's not doing
It's not
anything.
moving a single thing.
Right, but and it could go up 100 feet or down 100 or so, 100 feet up or down. So to me, when I'm on the plane, I'm like, well, death is amongst. But
Oh,
once I
God.
learned this on TikTok, the girl was like, and then I had to YouTube it, and she was like, look, the plane is now currently experiencing turbulence, and you can look at it, and it's just like, you know what that tells me? I'm going only on Spirit and Southwest everywhere I go. You could drop 100 feet, baby. Get me to Miami
But
for $40.
The thing is, you're not gonna die, but if you're dropping 100 feet, you still feel like shit up there.
Okay.
He'll be fine. He'll
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah, that's okay. Like,
right.
what do I need to feel good for $300?
I mean,
What's the cheapest you've ever spent on a flight? Round trip.
Probably $150, maybe.
Oh, I was expecting way less.
Nah, I'm not very good. I'll tell you this. I'm very patient with people. I'm not patient with money. I will go to the expensive gas station if it's right there. I will pay for the more expensive flight if I don't feel like looking anymore.
This
that
doesn't
is
surprise
shocking.
me.
It was very
It
shocking.
is,
Yeah.
but it isn't in the sense of the patience.
I don't do it. Like, I will not spend money on certain things. But if I'm like, oh, let me just go see if it's $5 cheaper there. All this stuff. No. Just pay for it and leave.
Got it. Wow.
Yeah, that stuff annoys me. Like my mom used to do this as when we were kids. She'd be like, we'd see a dress at JCPenney, it'd be like $19.95. Then we go to Macy's, the same dress is there, it's $19.90, and she would return it.
Yeah, the classic old bargain.
I'd be like, mother,
5 cents.
it's 5 cents. And she'd be like, when you're working, you'll understand. I will pay another $10 to not come back to the store.
It's facts.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like shopping online. I don't like waiting.
Just want your Henleys when you want them.
It's only $9.99. All right, so yeah, Tori Lanez is gonna go. He's out of here. Turbulence is not a big deal. How much have you paid for a ticket?
The cheapest?
Yeah.
I think like the cheapest would be $95.
How much what's the cheapest you ever paid for a hotel room? $35? $15? He was definitely about to meet up with some prostitute.
I would say, well, like me and Rashani split, it was like
The
25.
sheets are like a rock.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not using them.
50.
$50 is the
25
cheapest?
each, me and Rashani.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Sean?
I've paid like $20 for a room. $25.
Was you roommates with a rat? Yep.
The one from Ratatouille.
That movie sucks.
Wow, bro. So Kelby's leaving the Blackstalgia podcast.
Thank you so much, Kelby. It's been great.
Out of all the offensive things, that's the one that's gonna get you kicked off the
Yeah.
podcast.
What's wrong with Ratatouille?
It's boring.
That's wrong. You said great wrong. It's Patton Oswalt, bro.
Love Patton Oswalt.
It's,
I told him to his face, I like everything you do except for Ratatouille.
What do you say?
He said, thank you very much for being a fan. What can you say?
What can you say?
You can't say anything. Somebody's brave enough to tell you that I hate one of your things.
I would
You
just
gotta
be like,
respect
oh,
it.
Is that brave?
Yeah.
that's rude.
It's not rude. Because I said it sincerely. I was like, I saw him. He came to the shop. He bought let me relax. He bought a notebook. And
Because that's so horrible.
he bought a very expensive notebook. I didn't understand
Cool.
why he bought the notebook for that much. And it was the only thing he bought. But anyways, I saw him and I was like, oh my gosh, this is Patton Oswalt. I'm a big fan from like King of Queen days. And I had just seen, I think I saw The Big Fan. Do you know that movie? It's with him and Michael Rappaport.
I think it's just the fan.
The Fan, something like that. The Fan. And I just watched it and then I saw him and I was like, oh my gosh. Hey. And then I whispered, I was like, dude, I'm a big fan. Okay. I love just about everything you do. From King of Queens. I just watched The Fan. I watched some other thing you did. Didn't like Ratatouille. It's not a good movie. But outside of that, you're great. And he was just like, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Then he gave me $100 bill. I don't know.
For yourself or?
No, he
the
paid for
notebook?
Pay for the notebook.
paid for the notebook, asked for his change back.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right. Big fan.
The Big Fan, yeah. So, yes,
Patton Oswalt's great.
he is great.
So is Ratatouille.
And Ratatouille.
You like Ratatouille?
Yes.
I don't know why I hate that movie because it's just so boring to me. It's unwatchable.
Anyway.
Unwatchable.
It's-
You watch
I-
Happy? That's Patton Oswalt. He plays a imaginary friend unicorn to like a killer.
Oh, no. That's a TV show?
Yeah, that's with your boy.
Christopher Maloney? Mm-hmm. I've never
Oh,
seen it.
yeah.
I've never
That's
seen
real
it.
good.
haven't
It's
seen
weird.
I
Weird
really
show,
want to see
but
it,
it's
though.
cool.
I've only seen
Wanna
like
see it.
an episode or two.
I'm happy to see Patton Oswalt be famous. Because, he's like regular.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's just like an average guy.
Yeah.
It's a really good book, a memoir.
About his wife?
No, it's about him as a stand-up comedian and how much he loved movies, and he used to go to movies called Silver Screen Themed.
Shout out to him, man. He ain't paid us no advertising money, so you shouting him out.
Yep.
Okay, so what was the cheapest flight you ever been on?
Round
to
trip.
where?
Round trip like 95. We went to Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I've also went to Texas and it was really cheap too.
$100. COVID.
No.
Man, you use Skies whatever that app.
Yeah.
Last year?
It was last year or like 2 years ago.
It was like almost 200 round trip.
$200. Yeah, I don't know.
Skip lagged.
Skip lagged.
That's how we went to Hawaii. We used that.
Really? Did you have 7 stops?
No, because we didn't want to do that.
It's over the ocean, bro. Where you gonna
Where are we
stop?
stopping?
You understand how skip lag work?
Yeah,
They send you over to Washington D.C., then they send you over to Washington State, they send you over there to Guam, and then they send you to Hawaii, and then you have another destination. You just don't get on the plane anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
didn't know
saying.
that's how that worked.
Yeah, that's
I
how
never
skip
heard
lag.
of skip lag.
Skip lag, yeah, they just skip the lag.
I use a hopper.
No, that one's legit. Skip lag, you could. I mean, they'd be like, "Are you really Carmella? We don't care."
We don't. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't even need your ID.
Yeah, it's like pre 9/11 days on skip lag.
Wow.
You just kind of get to the airport and walk on the plane.
Now I know.
Yeah. Where's somewhere that you want to go? I know you want to go to the sweet lands of Seattle. But
I want to go back to Greece.
damn, the homeland.
I want to go
My homeland.
eat some
Just see,
yogurt.
just like see where I was born.
Just for the yogurt.
What city state were you born in Greece?
A city called Neamarki. It's in Athens.
Damn. You looking a little bit more like Hercules every day.
Every single
Facts.
day.
Every damn day,
Is that
bro.
red hair? Dang.
Are those
Slightly.
golden sandals?
Hey.
I can find
Fan down.
Sean out in Nia Marcus.
Marky.
Neiman Marcus.
Back to Greece. Greece just looks like a gorgeous place.
Yeah.
I want to go out there and just wear a robe for a month.
Yeah.
You
Just
know what I mean?
all like really light
I think
linen.
you would be alone, but you look great.
Why would I do things with other people?
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Nobody wears, cloth anymore.
Are you talking like a
Like a toga?
toga?
Yeah.
That's not a
I
thing.
mean, not necessarily a toga, but like a robe. Like I'm on a vacation robe.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like
like a white robe.
little
With a
white
plush.
robe. Yeah, like the air conditioner's on. I'm in a big white bed.
Get out of the AC. You're in Greece.
Stepping
I want
outside.
to go to Greece and stay in the hotel.
Yeah, like you can do that here.
I'm gonna go to a reservation. Like what do they call it? The
Resort.
Resort. You know, I'm not mingling with the people there.
Stay home. Kelby.
I'm kidding. I'll go right out to Nias Marcus.
You got it, man.
Where do you want to go, Carmella?
So I was actually supposed to go to Vermont in September, but COVID.
You still scared?
No.
Yes.
Yes, it's still a thing.
Kelby's never been scared.
Yeah. Mask.
I've
what's
been
this?
scared. Come on.
No, you are.
I stayed at home most of the time.
No, you didn't.
You alive?
Your Snapchat and Instagram stories, like
Just somewhere
I'm out
yesterday.
here in these
Damn.
streets.
Don't
Called you
do this.
out,
Don't do
you
this.
criminal.
Don't do
I
this.
know,
Because here's the thing. Y'all don't
on the
understand. I be out. Yes, potentially out. But most of the time I be at home. And when I'm out, I stay in one location.
Nah, I saw them nachos, and then I saw the city.
Oh, you talking about last night?
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah, I saw you driving in Pasadena and shit.
Oh, you mean last night? Oh, that's different.
Nah, yeah, we was out there because the OC is open. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
because they didn't want to close.
No, they were closed.
Not like
Not-
fully.
yeah.
They were
not like
closed.
this.
They were closed. I went out to Huntington Beach with my boy Adam, and they had signs on the window like, "Yo, y'all killing my business. Open up the city." And they just opened up maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe less than that. So we went out there. It was super weird. I ate inside.
Nice.
Kelby, get out of my house.
You ate inside a restaurant?
I had my mask on
No, you didn't.
outside, but you don't have to. Like,
Well, because they never enforced it.
how can you enforce it? I think that's my question.
No one was ever going to enforce it.
You can't. It's impossible. Americans are Americans. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell us what to do, and we'll just be like, yeah, no.
Because of that.
That right there.
That's why.
All right, let me ask you this. Everybody in this room, one by one. Sam, are you taking the vaccine the moment it comes out? No? Chris?
No.
Carmella?
Nope.
You?
No.
I am.
You never get the first round. That's always for the guinea pigs.
I have a plan. I'm going to take the vaccine. I'm going to grow a separate head out of my shoulder.
Go ahead.
Then I'm going to sue the government.
Got it.
How am I going to get rich? Just like that. You guys not thinking outside the box.
They're going to hide
I am the
you
box.
They
in
will
Area
hide you.
51.
You're gonna be like, I don't know who Kelby.
I'll never hear from you again.
There'll just be one
Blackstalgia,
commercial
what?
that comes on. Did you take the first round of the coronavirus vaccine? You are entitled to $10 million. I'll stroll right on over to Chase.
You know how many things you're going to sign before you take that shit?
Well, then they can't have me.
That's gonna be the first.
Yeah, I was
thing
gonna
they give
say
you.
the fine print will be like, we will own that ass.
Or like, we are not liable at
Well, then
all.
too bad. I'm not taking it then.
If I can't sue you, I'm not doing it. If I can't sue you when this goes wrong,
That's a fact. Yes.
So,
Yes, ask me.
would you clone yourself if you could?
Let's find out after this break.
This is the Blackstalgia podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. All right, so Carmella's question is, if we could clone ourselves, would we? Now, my question for you as a retort is, twins exist.
Yes. But
So you're asking Tia if she wants a Tamara.
Mary Kate if she wants an Ashley.
And one of them is richer than the other one. So, I mean, there's some jealousy that's going to come up out of that.
Right.
So, I have a deeper question for you.
Ooh.
Would you clone yourself and date yourself?
Clone? Yes. Date? No. Because I like men.
What if you cloned yourself and you were a man,
Oh,
the male version of yourself with
I
the
don't-
same DNA?
I don't think that's a good match
Really?
because I feel like we would just not clash, but like egg each other on. What's that word when somebody's like, oh, we would enable each other.
And what would you be enabling?
Like, for example, if we're like, you should just have another bottle of wine,
Yeah.
we would both just be fucked up together and then not get shit done.
Yeah, but you're looking for a partner, not a parent.
Oh,
Wow, that was deep.
wow. It would be really fun. It would be super fun. So yes, I would clone myself, but I just wouldn't date him.
Sean?
Oh my God, say yes.
well, Carmella would clone me.
Let the man have his own original thought.
No, and hell no.
So you wouldn't date yourself?
No, I wouldn't date myself. I'm a pill.
No,
I
you're
think-
sweet.
Why do you, what does that mean? What does that mean?
A lot to handle. No, I think I need someone who balances out all my they're not flaws, all of my eccentricities.
You gotta compliment each other. Opposites
I
attract.
let the air pass so that Chris could be the one to be like, nah, so I totally get that.
Yeah, like because we're showing on the same level.
What if my
Understand.
clone and your clone date each other?
No.
Immediately.
I can't even win in the clone world.
Because your
Yo, man.
clone would still be late to everything.
But it's a
my head would explode.
it's a boy.
Yeah, but it's not dating you, it's dating your clone.
Right.
But if they're my clone,
That doesn't mean that you have to have like the same everything, right? Or does it? I don't know.
that's
No, it's just the same DNA.
Right.
yeah, it's being late is in her DNA.
Shut up.
Oh. Oh.
Have you at the beginning of the episode I've changed. I've changed.
For 3 days.
So that's the one thing that you don't like about Carmella, that she's always late? That's fixable.
I love Carmella till death.
But
I've lived with her for 10 years. It has like worked on my soul
Child.
that we are late to everything.
But she's Mexican.
Yeah, and black.
I'm black.
And black. She's working on double.
See?
Well, Rashawn,
Double,
you're
double
barely
CP
black.
time.
I'm barely black. Is that what you said?
But mixed.
I'm not.
He's Hercules and black.
He is. He said, I want to go back home to Athens.
Go ahead, Neiman Marcus.
Neiman Marcus Athens. Come on. We all know that Rashawn's mixed. He's got curly hair. So there's that. So
Well,
you,
I can't wish that for my clone. I don't want him to be late to everything.
My clone is gonna be super punctual.
Girl,
We're gonna teach him.
who's gonna teach him?
You.
I've been trying to teach you for 8 years.
Yeah, but it's like
The failure.
Oh boy.
I'm 30 years in. My clone is new to the world, so
so I'm like
fact.
raising a baby.
no, new like at 30, but it's just new, like a new person, a new human. You know what I mean?
The fundamentals of this are a little foggy.
Hello.
Yeah, we haven't worked out the details.
Yeah, we haven't.
honestly, Rashawn,
What's up?
I think your clone might mess with Carmella's clone's heart for a little bit.
No.
Is my clone like a fuckboy?
Might be.
Why?
Because you're not.
I can kind of see that. Yeah.
Okay, this is a clone, not a doppelganger or
I understand.
or tethered.
But the thing is, like, the reason why I say that because your clone might be straight. Okay.
It's Carmella's wish.
Oh my God.
Totally understand.
How do we get this?
Your clone might be straight. And from there, you got all the little baddies chasing after him. You can easily say, nah, I'm good. I'm intellectual. But but the clone, on the other hand, is going to be like, yo, you telling me.
This is day one of clone.
Yeah. So you telling me I got all of this right here. All this kitty cat available to me. And I'm going to say no.
But it's
I
my
might as well
clone.
I
It
might as well
has,
test it out.
it has my mindset.
No, it only has your DNA.
Right, that's what I was saying.
How's my mindset not my DNA?
It's not because that's a part of nature versus nurture.
Ooh.
Well, he's my clone, so fuck both of you.
Well, now, first of all,
I'm protecting him.
it's not your child now. Okay, this is coming out of a grown man. Well, you know what? That's not true. A clone can come out as a baby.
That's what
Gemini
she said.
man.
Kyle XY.
Kyle X, so he had no belly button.
Great show.
So we have to raise our baby?
I'm not sure now because it
I don't
just
want
got
that.
more complicated. Just got more complicated.
Yeah, now we just screwed ourselves.
But let's define the rules. The clone comes out and it's you today.
It
but
is like it's clone.
but
It's
it's not-
everything I am. That's a clone.
Clone just has your DNA.
Y'all just want the clone to. Why don't y'all go be friends with my fucking clone? Because y'all want everything that I'm not.
I mean,
No.
provide the clone for us then.
Well,
Wow, Kelvin.
that's so rude.
So Kelvin's leaving the Blackstalgia podcast now. He's
My name's
last
on
day is today.
I don't know. I think LaShawn might. I mean, might.
I'm only hoping.
You're only hoping. You might tap out of it. Your clone. Yo, let me get on that real quick. Let me get LaShawn. Chris, would you clone yourself?
Sure, why not? It'd be cool.
And would you date yourself?
No,
If you were a woman, Chris?
no. Just wouldn't.
Just want it.
It's weird.
Why would it be weird?
It's just
It's weird.
Chris, but
kinda
with
weird.
long hair.
It's just
Nothing
me with
else.
long hair.
Because you don't want the baby to come out without a chin?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the French did it.
French?
Yeah, you didn't know that inbreeding was a whole French thing? That's why they didn't. Their chin's real small.
Go ahead, one more time.
Wow. This is,
You didn't know that?
did you learn that on TikTok too?
No, I learned that in school. I would probably not
Clone?
clone myself. I mean, it's something that I would do like late night. Like I'd wake up. It's a windy, wet night, and I wake up, and then I just go, you know what? Let's just try it. But in my mind, I will probably say, nah, probably shouldn't. And then on the dating part, probably wouldn't, because I understand that it's difficult to understand me. So I wouldn't really want to play that game with me, where I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, so we all said no.
But you said it's just your DNA. So maybe.
Oh, that's true. Well, then no, I'm not cute enough. Standards.
I have standards.
Thanks. Better. I had another question for you guys that somebody asked me yesterday, but it was a little bit awkward. It wasn't awkward that it was asked to me, but it might be awkward if I ask you guys this.
Uh-oh.
So put your big boy pants on.
Okay.
I'm not wearing pants.
Zoom down.
I can't. It's on your shitty tripod.
Shut up, Chris. That one is better than the monopod. So for ladies, I want to know, for you, lady, I want to know, and then for men, I have another question. Did you have the period talk with mom or dad?
It was with mom, but it wasn't like prior to the period. It was when I got it. And then my mom works in surgery, so it was very medical. It wasn't like, oh, mija, you're a woman. Like, it wasn't that. It was like, okay, here's a book. This is your uterus. This is what's happening. This is like, it was just very black and white, which I appreciated, rather than her like being super weirdly emotional. And then that was it. I feel like I learned most of it from school, because I don't know if you guys had like the whole
Little fifth grade,
yeah,
third grade
like
thing.
boys and girls.
Yeah, go sit over there. Man, it'd be tough today because
I don't like how you said that. But we're going to move past it. Kelby.
yes.
Corner for the rest of the episode.
What's a new drop?
I'll program it right now.
I'm just saying, whatever. Anyway,
Not cool, Kelby.
You would have to choose.
I'm not saying that a certain way. You're
were.
deciphering it.
Anyway, Rashawn, did you have the period talk with your dad? Or your
No.
mom?
My question for Rashawn is a different one. As a teenager going through puberty, did you ever have like a wet dream and then you just didn't know what the hell just happened? And then did you talk to your parents about that?
No. I looked it up on the internet.
What? What do you Google?
Thank God. Thank God for the net.
I don't know.
What?
I don't remember what I know that I got all of my information sex wise from either like friends or the
Yeah,
internet.
same. Mostly.
When I did have the talk, it was like way too late
I
It
never.
was last week.
because I was fucked. No, I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
relax, Rashawn.
Yes. Where's the clap button?
Stop, Chris. Don't
I never
encourage
had
that.
the sex talk with my rents. Never.
Mine was barely a talk.
What
Mine
was it?
like
Give
all
it to me.
tears.
I'm you. Hey, mom. Hey, dad.
My mom wasn't there. My dad came, called
Okay.
me downstairs.
Tell me, as you're the dad.
I can't do a good my dad.
No, don't be your dad. Just
Be
kind of
a
use the
dad.
words.
He was eating. He said, "So, there was a book there." He handed me the book. He was like, "Go ahead and look at that. Read that. And if you're feeling anything weird, you can talk to me."
Oh, that's the worst.
Right on.
And the book was like these weird pictures of like a man and a woman, and they were like portly, and they had like big noses, and they were just like, "I love you. I love you. Let's get into the bed together."
Wow.
The worst.
Where did that book come from?
I don't know, but
It was
burn
an
it.
episode
He
of
drew it
Stanley.
himself.
Yeah, your dad drew
It
that.
was probably the animal book,
No.
human edition.
That is so.
Don't talk about Wildlife Explorer.
What is it called?
Wildlife Explorer.
I have to say, I really like the way you pronounce things with this new mouth.
I love it. It's so cute.
It is, right?
that.
It's like almost
weird.
It's like,
You'll make people think I got my lips done or something.
yeah, if you got the Kylie Jenner, man, listen, man.
No, I don't
If
need
you've
it.
been sucking on cups. It's all good.
What about you, Kelbz?
I was gonna ask Chris. Chris, you got to talk.
From my dad.
Come
He
on,
said-
Chris. We're talking about parents that exist.
He said,
Kelby. You
And I
don't.
was
You
like,
can't talk to Chris like that. So mean.
No, I've never had a wet dream, and no, I never went to my
It's
mom's.
okay, Chris. I hate him for you.
Look at them loving each other because they hate me.
That is so mean.
Our enemy. Chris knows his dad is still in line at Walmart to
He
get the
still
milk.
is. He'll be right back, bro. He said he'd be right back.
It's been a long line.
It's been 15 years. No, I didn't even get to talk from my mom.
So she just assumed.
The internet. I think maybe my cousin, maybe.
Damn. Well, I was in high school. I think I was in the 9th grade, and this guy Lorenzo, he sounded just like Dave Chappelle, but just kind of cracked out a little bit more. He wasn't cracked out. He just kind of had this like cracked out essence about him. A man Lorenzo, cool dude though. Oh, the dirty. So Lorenzo came up to me and he started doing this motion at school. He was like, ah!
Oh shit! Let's go into the court.
He started doing this motion, like the jerk off motion.
Yeah.
And I legitimately, sensitively said, what does that mean?
This is what grade?
I want to say this is 9th or 10th grade. Had no clue.
That's kind of late.
High school's
Yeah.
too late. Yeah.
Had no clue. He was just doing this, and then I was just like, what? And he was just like, I'm gonna jerk off. And I was like, what is this jerk off thing you're talking about? And he was like super nice about it.
Oh, like explained it?
Totally. He was just like,
Enzo, we
at
love
first,
that.
not Enzo, Lorenzo.
Yeah, I'm giving him
Oh
a nickname.
God, Lorenzo. And he was just like, oh, so it's pretty much just when you touch yourself and you just do this motion and all this stuff. And I was like, this is new to me, buddy. Thank
So
you.
you hadn't like explored any of that?
Nope. I had no clue. I had no clue what that was. None. And then after that, it's like the floodgates opened up. I was like, what is this new website? This and that. But the funny thing is, I did take the 3rd grade, 5th grade when people love each other class. I took it, but it was very scientific.
See, the guys just didn't go. We stayed at recess, and they took the girls, and we didn't have anything.
What?
What? That's not education.
I know, and it wasn't until health class in like freshman year, maybe. I was like, it's again too late.
Freshman year? Yeah, some people was already pregnant by that point.
Honestly, yeah.
I had pregnant people in middle school, but it just
too.
flew over my head.
I had a pregnant girl in elementary.
I think we had one of those.
It was so scary.
Yeah. But yeah, so I didn't know at all any of this stuff I want to say it was in 9th grade, but it might have been in 10th grade. I don't know. And I didn't have no like wet dreams or anything like that, but I do have one distinct memory of my mom driving my brother and I somewhere, and she was like talking to us about marriage. She was like, one of these days you're gonna get married and whatever, And then she turned to me. It's very weird. She turned to me and she was just like, so you want to get married? And I was like, yeah, I would love to, but I said it very enthusiastically. And at this point, I might have been 11. And she hit the brakes on the car. She turned around. She was like, why? Because you want to have sex. You're a child of God. You do not want the sex. And I was like,
Didn't think about that.
I was just more thinking about like a nice house, family.
White picket fence.
Yeah, and then she just turned the car back around, and that was the only time until I was maybe like 22. My mom called me in the middle of the night. She was sweating buckets. She was like, I know you're out there in California sleeping with women. I was like, Mom, it is 3 a.m.
What's going on?
What?
I had like a kind of similar situation as well. My mom tricked me into asking if I was a virgin. And Mom, I know you're listening, but you did trick me. And
Well, tell me the story.
it was so brief. It was so smooth. It was so quick. It was just a regular ass normal phone call where we're talking about whatever. And then she like goes on to say, if I asked you something, would you tell me the truth? And I was like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, and the way she was like asking me questions, I was just answering. And then so by the time she got to, are you a virgin? I was like, no. And then I realized that she asked me that, and I was like, and she's like, okay, well, you need to look at birth control. And I was like, what the fuck are we talking about right now?
How old were you?
This was like a couple years ago. Like,
Damn, so you was about 30?
no, honestly, this was like, I would think I was like 25 or 26. And I was just like, why? Yeah, so.
Kelby, you a trash person, dude. Get out of here.
The worst.
He said that serious, dude. Dang. So you must have been like 30, huh?
I am 30 now.
Oops, okay. I know. I'm the youngest person in the room, so I don't know.
Of course.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. Did you feel awkward telling that to your mom?
I mean, like I just said it, so the awkwardness came later. And then I was like, well, I mean,
And
you're
then
not.
imagine for her being like, you need to get on birth control, and you're like, I'm aware of.
Yeah, like I know.
Your parents ever asked you that? Like, you out there in California, it's just.
We don't talk about my love life
At all.
for reasons.
Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. They just completely avoid it. It is what
Yeah,
it
I
is.
had to come out twice. So
Twice?
They forgot the first time? Or whatever? They're just like, weren't
I
you?
don't know.
Could have sworn.
I get it. Yeah, yeah. Do they at some point did they do the thing like, so when you gonna get a girlfriend? Fully knowing.
No,
No.
not anymore.
But I mean, not now, but like at some point. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Does your mom ask you that, Kelby?
If I'm gonna get a girlfriend,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but
you're
she-
older now. Where's your wife?
first of all, she asked me that when I was 21.
Okay.
Because like in our culture, you finish college,
Married,
that's it.
baby.
Get to it. She asked me that now because she potentially thinks, for sure, that I might be gay.
Because you don't have a wife.
Nah, because something else happened.
What?
I
Because
slept with a man.
She found me.
in her bed. No, because of a joke that happened 15 years ago, where there was two guys kissing on screen, and one was a chubby white black guy. And my cousin said, "Hey, Grandma, it's Kelby." And my grandma said, "I'm sorry? Huh?" Then she just pieced all these things together. Well, he only has boys over, and they're always related to him. And I was like, well, no. What? I'm not allowed to have friends over. It should be like, well, why don't you invite any of your female cousins? And I'm like, Grandma, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're my
So my
cousins.
grandma started it, and then eventually it just started spreading throughout the family. And then I started messing with them and kind of like agreeing. So, you know, now they're like tiptoeing around it. Like my dad thinks he's a genius. My dad would be like, so, let's just play a scenario game. You're in a shower. You forgot to lock the door. Another man walks in. Do you invite him to the shower?
That is so. What the fuck?
He's done that. Or he'll just be like, so, you're asleep in your room. You remember falling asleep by yourself. But then you wake up and there's a man next to you. What do you do? He'll like ask questions like that where he thinks like, I'll never get this. Like, I have no, what?
Right.
Huh? You've confused me. No, but he does. He asks these super odd questions, or he'll just be like, "So, you're eating some food. You have your fork, and there's another man in the room, and he says, "Can I have a bite?" Do you share your fork?
So such a roundabout
These
way.
are dead giveaways.
So he'll ask those kind of questions, and eventually I would just be like, "Dude, do you have to ask me something?" You know,
Right.
What's up?
You know. And then eventually I started being like, "Well, if I found a guy in my bed, I'd probably invited him."
Yeah.
And then they would be like,
Double down.
What? You know. So yeah. So it's kind of a thing that's continued, and now that I'm near 30, a couple years away from it,
1
they're
year.
like. So now that I'm near 30,
Couple months.
they're like, you know what I mean?
You're 31. It's okay.
Shawnee. Relax. I say the mean things on this show.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Just you. Okay.
I'm the cancelable one. All right.
I apologize.
So, now that I'm near 30, they're starting to feel like I'm not joking. When I'm like, yeah, dude. So I was out with this guy. We're holding hands, kissing and stuff. And, you know, and my mom would be like, man, you're a child of God. Say all that stuff. And I'll be like, yeah. Or they kind of jump into like mega conclusions super fast. So they'll be like, hey, so you want to be in a relationship with a woman? And I'll be like, not right now. I'm really busy with my business. And be like, so you don't want to be in a relationship with a woman? That means you want to be in a relationship with a man.
Right.
And it'll be like, never said that. It's not, you know, but yeah, it'll jump to that super quick. So yeah, I'm joining Grindr.
Right on.
Gay panic.
Gay panic.
What does that mean? I'm new to this.
Just like, oh my God, like I haven't.
I just signed up, so I haven't got my pamphlet yet.
I don't know what to do, so you know.
It's just, I mean, it's just like that notion of I haven't seen you with a woman, so like dicks must be falling in your mouth. You know, like oh my God, like you just hugged a man, you showed emotion, you must be gay. Like
Yo, I'll tell you this. There was one time they was having some kind of party at the church, and it was in the parking lot, and they played some jam that I could not resist. I started dancing, and then my mom came and picked me up from the back of my shirt, lifted me, my legs swingling and dangling all over the floor, and she threw me in the corner. She was like, "Men don't dance."
all right.
I was like 7.
What?
And she was just like, "Men do not dance. And also, you talk too much with your hands."
Oh.
And I was just like, all right, well, there's a potential that I might be a homosexual.
Yeah, that's like most of my adolescent life.
Of them being like, hey, stop.
Hey, why are you walking like that? Hey, why does your voice sound like a woman? Why are you, you know, that whole like cliche broken wrist. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, trust me, I'm gonna be gay because I like to sleep with men, not because my my wrists are a little dangly, you know? Like,
Right.
shut up. Like, shut the fuck up, please. Do me a favor.
You know what I would be if I was a father of a gay child? I'd be just as embarrassing as if I was. You know how like the straight parents are like, "What do you think about that, little Johnny?" You know how they're like pointing at the other girl. I'd be like, "So what do you think about little Sam over there, huh? Takes his shirt off on Instagram." I'd be super embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, I'd be super embarrassing. I'd be like,
The classic embarrassing
oh
dad.
yeah, and I'd be
That's
like,
the
dude,
best.
little fella, I used to be a wingman. I was Devion's first wingman in West Hollywood. Went out there, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get you a man's, whatever you want. And he was all like, I don't know. So I'd walk up to the finest thing, best jawline. Hey, come here, mano y mano. Friend over there, you know, he's got a big one. Just letting you know.
How did that work out for
It's so
Devion?
smooth.
It's got a big one. The guy over there's got a huge one.
Yeah, that guy right there. No, it actually worked out pretty good. I think it gave him the confidence because I'm like, what do I have to lose?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'd walk up, say whatever, and then break the ice. Because the men would, like, they would, you know, guys are guys at the end of the day. So you kind of could just say whatever, and they would be like, what?
Yeah.
And then they, you know, and they're like, hey, just show me. Who's your friend?
Right.
You know, so clearly it's not the same tactics I use when I'm a female wingman. You know, I go up to the man and I say, hey, do you want somebody to clean up your life, help you live happier, healthier, better?
Does that work? I feel like you would just be like a cock block for like your women friends.
Nah, dude. I have married couples on my resume. Oh. I have divorced couple too. I'd be breaking them up too. Don't.
I feel like you got higher ratio of divorce.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's not true. That's not true. My marriage rate is fire. Just so y'all know. Rachel and
Ross
no.
from Friends. That was him. That was Kelby.
Kelby's never watched Friends.
Ross and Rachel. That
I
was him.
don't. Y'all watch Friends?
Yeah.
Stop.
It's not on anymore, so we haven't kept going.
Yeah, no, actually I had this conversation with Carmella.
Yeah.
I asked her if she watched what black show was it?
Oh, what were we
Is it
talking
the Friends version?
It doesn't matter.
I was like, did
Gotta,
you
like,
watch
name
this?
one.
Living
Maybe
Single?
Martin or something. And she was like, oh, Martin? I don't know. And then she said, oh, I watched every episode of Friends upside down, backwards, inside out. And I was like,
But recently, I didn't watch Friends growing up.
yeah, that's even worse now. You chose to watch Friends.
It's a hole that I'm never gonna get out of. I know.
But you can. I mean, it's all on. Hey, Sam, you didn't see that. Put that down.
He got.
They got the DVD box set.
That is Rashawn's.
The one that says
That is
we
mine.
were on a break.
Does it say that?
No, that's the wrong season.
Oh, you see?
He's a
Oh,
dummy.
You had the DVD box set of Friends?
I do.
Go ahead and show me where the DVD box set of the Jamie Foxx show is.
I have not gotten it.
There's an excuse for everything.
I don't have an excuse. That is only 8, 9, and 10. That's not the whole series.
the best.
And those were given to me by a friend. I don't have the Jamie Foxx show.
Would you like the Jamie Foxx show?
Hell yes.
Maybe we'll get it so I can like.
You're not gonna watch it.
I will.
won't
Moesha's
get it
like
at all.
right there, free on Netflix.
Yeah, but Moesha isn't as funny as Jamie Foxx. I love Jamie Foxx.
She wouldn't get none of the insinuations.
Why?
You said there's a hole that you will never dig yourself out of. Netflix gave you the shovel.
I meant
Did you start watching Girlfriends? Yeah.
that's what we were talking about. Girlfriends, I think.
Yeah.
I just
Have you seen The Game?
love it.
Liar.
Go ahead.
The Lies.
Favorite episode. Go.
Fallacies.
Episode 3, best
Sick.
episode of television.
Did you watch The Game?
I fell off when it turned like
To
the.
BET.
No, I watched a little bit, but after they got to BET, like the format of the show changed. Like it went from a multi-camera to like a
Single cam.
and it was like more drama heavy, and I stopped watching.
Yeah, it was bad.
Who's in the game?
Tia.
Oh, isn't her husband? Isn't that where they met?
Pooch Hall?
No, that's not her husband.
No. Her husband
they're
is
together on
Corey
the show.
Hardrick, and I believe she met him at a bus stop.
Is that a thing?
Is that real, Kelby?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, she was, of course, Tia,
Yeah.
and he was like a warehouse worker, and she like drove by. I'm not making this up. I mean, I could be, but if my memory serves me well,
Yes.
she drove by, and he potentially could have been homeless at the time, and she was just like, "Oh, who is that?"
Was he hot?
He's a good-looking guy. And
Oh, Corey.
Hardrick,
Oh yeah. Okay.
he was like trying to be an actor, and they just kind of connected, and then she helped lift him to who he is.
I totally thought they met on a show.
But he has been in some big things. He was in Sniper, American Sniper, I want to say.
Bradley Cooper?
Yeah. And he had his own show on Crackle.
Crackle.
It's a show executive produced by 50 Cent, the one that he doesn't advertise.
Snap crackle.
Yeah. So, yeah. Would you, Carmella, would you lift somebody up like that?
If he looked like this dude,
You think he fine?
he's cute.
So if you saw him at the bus stop, homeless, smelly, you'd be like, you know what?
Well, I was told not to give strangers rides, so I probably wouldn't. Why are you looking at me like
Okay, but if somebody picked you up for a date on the bus, would you lift them up? Or,
I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
See, like I'm not the only thing I'm trying to like lift up is like maybe your style or like I don't know, your television show choices, like small, minimal things.
You don't have the credentials to do that second part.
Damn.
But what if
You
he's
gonna
like
make him
I
watch
just
Friends?
he's like I don't
He
watch
better
TV
break
at
up
all.
with you.
You know? He's like, I don't watch TV at all. Like, I'm not a TV person.
Then send him to one of your friends.
Well, I would just be like, I've heard you like comic books. I know that this show you would probably really enjoy.
What show?
The Boys, Watchmen, like any of those.
No, you
Umbrella Academy?
don't get to recommend Watchmen to anyone else.
You watched Watchmen?
I have-
Okay.
I have
Okay.
not.
No,
I
I
have
got
not.
you. No, I got you.
Have not. I'm just
Okay.
saying I would recommend just according to what he likes. That's the uplifting I'm doing. I'm not like, hey, I'm gonna pay for your rent for like a year so you can be good.
You don't believe her.
No, I do. 100%. Yeah.
You think I would uplift somebody like that? Like Tia?
No.
Yeah.
You didn't even like the guy riding the public limo.
Public limo.
And he was a good guy.
The public
You don't.
stretch.
You never met him.
He's a good guy. Somebody that I really look up to in life.
I do wonder. I wonder
Meg Thee Stallion.
where he's at now. I hope he's
That's
doing
wrong.
well.
That's just 100% wrong. Meg Thee Stallion 5'10", not 7'8" like you claim.
I'm 5'4".
If she wears heels, she's 7 foot.
Thank you.
That's wrong.
That's
all wrong.
You said that's not science? Mm-mm. Listen. All right. I had another question for you guys, but it's slipping my mind. So I will tell you guys after this break.
This is a Blackstalgia podcast.
All right. So
I've been rolling
And
this
we're
whole time.
back.
all right. So tomorrow I'm taking Carmella to the gym with me. It's the first time you're going to the gym since.
Yesterday.
The confidence she said she had in her voice. Yesterday.
Yesteryear.
Yes.
It's been a minute.
It's been a second.
I just don't like exercising, period.
Okay. So I do. I enjoy it.
Okay.
And you won't enjoy what we're going to do.
No.
But one thing in life that's important is to always remember why you're driving, where you want to go, your destination. And that's the imagery I'm putting in your head right now.
Yes.
When we're driving, we'll always encounter a ton of things. Traffic, low gas, crazy drivers, poor weather conditions, slippery roads. Goodness, driving is just
A McDonald's.
a McDonald's, a ton of things. But at the end of the day, you got to do it because why? Because
Gotta
you
go
got
somewhere.
somewhere you got to be.
It's true.
That's deep.
It's true.
Life is like a big cookie. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
This seems off.
Throw some chocolate chips on that bitch.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe a little nuts.
So tomorrow we're going to be doing that. I'm going to let y'all know the update. Shawnee F over here is looking too good
Yeah, we got to keep
for
up.
us. So, you know what I mean? Every week, everyone always, oh my gosh, Rashawn.
He's dwindling.
I've had enough.
Well, how's that supposed to make me feel?
Great.
Great.
Everyone loves you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
but
the
y'all,
light.
both
You're
of y'all hate it.
No, I got
I
you
don't
up
hate it.
every single day.
She does, and she does it in such a nice way, and you're just like, yeah, no. Do you have a brother? Like you're instantly like, no thanks.
That is not true.
You've done it on the show.
No.
She's always like, look at him, he's so perfect. Could you just give it to me one time? And you're just like, shut up.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna have sex.
Damn
She just needed that confirmation. you needed to say
Can
that
you
loud.
imagine that
said it.
every time, like every night before she goes to bed, she's like, so bye.
I'll leave the door open.
Yeah. So let me just ask you a question. Like, you fall asleep
For the past 10 years.
You wake up and
I'm in your bed.
What do you do?
You know what I mean? Is that? Rashawn's just like shuts his door, locks it, puts a bolt on it, everything.
The keypad.
But Rashawn, you do look good. Tell me your secrets. Is it the glasses? Mm-hmm. Is it the curls?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't eat red meat. I don't eat dairy, and I don't eat bread.
Okay. You don't eat red meat. Mm-mm. You don't eat dairy. Mm-mm. You don't eat bread.
That'll
But you
do
eat
it.
everything else, which is at this point ice.
Right. Ice and stems for
There's
him.
so many options.
Ugh, the stems.
I eat a lot of green. A lot of green. I get some spinach in there. I get some kale. I get some.
But you still eat pasta. It's just good for you, pasta.
I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were like, "Yo, so what do you like to eat?" And I said, you know, my typical answer. Well, I mean, I like Thai food. I like Mediterranean food. I like a nice steak. You know, I did not always like steak, but you know, I'm kind of a steak guy now. Mm-hmm. You know, like yeah. And I said, well, I mean, you asking me questions. You tell me, what do you like to eat? She said, salad.
Some salads are bomb, though.
Salad. And I said, well, I think that's the end of this conversation.
But you're not a salad
I
guy.
don't really like salads. No.
There are some salads that are good. There's some salads that, like, they put the leaves in there. They put some Doritos chips in there.
Yes.
They put some ranch in there. They put
Black beans.
Black beans. They put a hamburger patty. They put a bun over it. A bun
Have
under
some
it.
fries on the side.
Ooh-wee, that's a good salad. That's a good bread salad. Oh man. So what is your goal? Do you want to be tiny? Do you want to be scoliosis?
Well, I had to lose some weight. I was a little overweight.
Okay. You felt it, or somebody told you?
Both.
Damn. Be like that.
It was Carmella.
No, I would never.
What's the issue? Wait, hold up. Would you not tell somebody if they needed to lose some weight?
No.
Not in like the direct.
I don't think that's my place.
Yeah. I don't think that it's like the person who is overweight, I don't think they're unaware. Mm-hmm. Like they're not like, wait, I've gained weight?
You actually have no clue that there are some people that have no clue.
I don't know. I think there's a difference between like I've gained weight and I don't care, and I've gained weight and I don't know.
I'm going to tell you this. I was a person that gained weight and had no clue. Mm-hmm. I gained about 80 pounds and was like, I'm still fine. And it took one person to say, dude, you are large.
God.
And I understand your reaction, but I went home and I said, looked at a picture from about a year before. Then I looked at a picture I took that morning and I said, well, I appreciate this person for telling me this. And then I got back on the horse. I had no clue that I was that big. I just figured I was buying my clothes slightly larger because I like them baggy. I don't think that that's an offensive thing to tell somebody, hey, check this out real quick.
Yeah.
That's offensive.
I mean,
Why?
Because you
That doesn't mean it can't be constructive, but it's definitely offensive to be like, you're big. Like, motherfucker, did I ask you?
Right.
I mean, look. I understand if it comes from nowhere. Like if you have some kind of like
This is the middle of a conversation. Yo, you're huge. Continue.
Right.
what I mean to say is if somebody doesn't really know you and they're not like maybe you have some kind of thyroid issue and you just can't control it, you know. But that's not to say that it's rude to mention it, because you could always just say like, I know, I have a thyroid issue, it's kind of difficult, whatever. But if somebody legitimately doesn't know you, like I walked into the Gleason Theater 11 years ago and was like, hey, I want to put a show on here, 10 years ago, and I'd already lost 60 pounds. And he looked at me and he was like, dude, you are way too fat for Hollywood. And I was like, damn, I already lost 60 pounds, but I'm gonna lose some more. And I didn't take it in any offensive way, but I can understand if it's some dude I just met 30 seconds ago who's telling me this, I could understand why it's rude. Now, me personally, I don't really take that stuff into offense. Like, somebody tell me that, it is what it is. But for somebody else who may be a little bit more sensitive, I totally get it. But if it's a friend of yours and they're like, I just want to be honest with you, dude. A few years ago, you was looking nice, trim and all that stuff, but I just want to bring to your attention, if you don't know, and if you do, I just wanted to say, maybe, check that out. Would you take that in an off-putting way?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think you are a glass half full kind of guy, where you would take what that guy said, which is fucking rude,
Yeah.
and you spun it into a positive. But that doesn't change the fact that telling someone they're too fat for Hollywood is like, there's no other way to cut it. That's rude. But you took that, you said, okay, great, I'm gonna lose some more.
Yeah, I lost another like 70.
And that's awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think.
So do you feel like no one should ever, even if they're your friends, say, hey, watch yourself?
No, I don't need it. I mean, I think it's just like what I said. Like, I guess I'm speaking personally, but there's no way that if I was bigger or smaller or what have you, that I would be like, these don't fit anymore. I must be bigger. Like I would know. So for somebody to tell me, like, even if it was Rashawn, who I'm the closest with, like, hey Mel, you're kind of fat now, I would be like, oh my God. It's just.
And you'd be upset with him.
I don't know if I would be so much upset with him, because he would be telling me like in a nice way. But I would just be like, why didn't you have to tell me? Like, I already knew, like what service are you giving me that you're telling me? Are you gonna like help me lose weight? I clearly can lose weight on my own if I wanted to lose weight.
It's interesting. One time I was at the house with Redman and he was just like, dang, dude, you getting big as hell, bro.
God.
I was like, for real? Thanks, man. I didn't say it in a sarcastic way. I was just like, oh, okay. And then I just was like, okay, I'm gonna start. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But I always kind of battled with that when people felt like it was offensive. I'd be telling Chris, I'd be like, come on, Chris, we'll get into shape. And Chris be like, okay.
That's because you told me about 100 times before that I'm huge. So
First of all, I don't tell you
that's all
that.
good.
I don't tell you
got
that.
it.
Chris says that himself. He'd be like, yo, I don't have a dad and I'm large.
That's actually that's facts. I
I'm
knew
gonna
it.
fight you if you don't stop talking to Chris.
I did not. I'm literally telling you
my
what Chris.
friends coming to defend me. My friends
Look at
coming
him.
to defend
This
me.
man loves Rashawn. He be staring at himself in the mirror. You think Rashawn gonna like this outfit?
I wore pink for you or something.
He's still wearing.
I'm colorblind, so
Damn it.
You can't tell his
That's
salmon
something
shirt is for
friends
you.
should know.
Dang it.
I mean, I guess, like, why are you saying it? You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Like what? Like, for example, if I were to tell you, Kelby, like, oh yeah, you're getting big. What purpose does that serve me? telling
no,
you
maybe
that.
I didn't know.
Kelby tells me legit, so he like, yeah, let's go to the gym together. And I'm like, all right, cool.
I
Yeah,
had
I think
taken
it was-
Chris to the gym with me, and he threw up.
I'm gonna
No,
throw
okay.
up tomorrow.
I had like
Straight
I had
up.
blood pressure. Like I was not watching what I was eating at all. Like, it
You
was
got to
all
be
salt.
careful. I'm very like, if I say something to somebody, I have every intention of saying, all right, come with me. I'm going to help you do this. We're going to do this together. I will hold your hand. I've never wanted to flat out say, yo, fatty. All right, now I'll catch you later. Like what's the point of that?
Right.
You know? But I want to see people win. Like I want to see people feel good. I want to see people, you know, because like I remember I showed Chris a picture of him from when I met him,
Yeah, I
and he
cried
was
a little.
skin and bones.
I was like,
And I was like, look at that, Chris. And he was like, let's go to the gym. I'm like, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I'll sacrifice for all of the people that are around me. This is a good story. Will Smith, right? My favorite actor.
yeah.
He tells a story about how he wants everybody in his team to be the best versions of themselves that they could potentially be. So his wife's brother, you know the story? Mm-hmm. You know the story? His wife's brother was like continuously asked him for a job and this and that. And he was like, yo, read this book, read this, do this, no, all this stuff. And then he kind of realized that this guy was leaving out an element in his life that stopped him from being the best version of himself that he could be. And it was his health. He was just kind of a chunky guy. And Will was like, when you have abs, you could work for me. And it's like, it's been like 12 years when that video came out that they were working together, and the guy's like, still got my abs. And it's a lesson that taught me that when you have complete control of yourself, complete control over your body, you can perform better. You just can, you know? And so what my mind triggers to everybody who's around me, I want to see everybody make as much money as possible. I want to see everybody live the best life possible. I want to see everybody feel the best way that they, because we walk around, everybody feels bad. Everybody feels bad. Everybody feels like, oh, I'm not cute enough. I'm not this and that. I'm not that. But there are some things that you could do for yourself that can make you feel better. I'm telling you, when I lost that 135 pounds, I never had more confidence in my life.
Yeah.
Ever. When I was in high school, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I was just a funny guy. But by the time I was like this little fella that I was, it gave me a sense of confidence that never left me. Even though some of the weight came back, I'm losing it, I'm this, I'm that, I realized firsthand what it means to accomplish something in your own life.
Yeah.
Not outside, not making money, not doing this, not, like just to be like every day I'm working, projecting and propelling myself forward. Man, it feels so good. I want to tell everybody. I'm always like, Chris, come on, come with me. Because when you, this is what I'm telling you, after the week of you eating after 6:30, guess what? You felt better.
I sure did.
Then I'd be getting all excited. I'd be like, yeah, you felt better. Let's do another thing.
He'll have to tell me the next thing. The next challenge.
Sweating.
Sweat. I'll sweat. I'm sweating right now.
Me too. Yeah,
AC's off.
yeah turn that bad boy right about.
The whole podcast. So anyway.
But yeah. Are you guys scared of being rude to other people?
All the time, yeah.
No? Mm-hmm. Why are you so scared?
I don't know if I'm scared of being rude. That's just one of my pet peeves. Like, if someone's rude, not even specifically to me, but if someone's rude to someone I know or
Around you.
I don't like that at all. And so I'm very, maybe it's because I know I'm a sensitive person. So I'm always conscious about, am I not necessarily being as polite as possible, but am I doing my best to not offend someone else? Because I think rudeness is totally preventable.
You would not be happy with my mom. When I was a teenager, my mom, I was completely overweight. And my mom would say to me, hey, man, you're overweight, you're fat. And I want to tell you this. Kids have heart attacks, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
verbatim, my mom has said that to me. Like,
yeah. I was like,
yeah.
I think our parents are like
yeah,
on a different
I think
scale.
that's a different generation. Yeah.
All right, good.
My mom still kind of talks to me like that. So, but as far as like my everyday life, I don't have any patience for rudeness.
Would you say that you're politically correct when you speak? Or you attempt to be?
I don't think so.
I think you are. All
I
the
feel
time.
like you are.
All the time.
But I mean,
I would say you try to be.
I feel like that's used as like a derogatory term where it's like, oh, you're not saying this because you want to be politically correct. And I'm
Okay.
like, well, I don't work things out in my mind before I say them as being politically correct.
Okay.
I say exactly how I feel, but
You're trying to say it in the kindest way.
I don't think maybe it's subconscious. I don't know. But I'm never thinking like, oh my God, I hope whatever I'm about to say is not offensive. I think I speak my mind 110%, but I don't know. I guess from the outside looking in.
Do you censor yourself at all?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not always speaking your mind.
I don't think those are the same things. I think you can speak your mind and still be aware of the things that come out of your mouth.
Yes.
And how they come out of your mouth. I don't think those are two things that have to combat each other.
Okay. You, Carmella, do you feel like you consider others first when you speak?
I mean, I definitely try to, but I know that maybe sometimes I say things, or the way I say things don't sound
Super
the most
kind.
polite. Yeah. Where it's like nothing I'm saying is like at all. Like
Right.
there's no bad intentions there, but I don't think I go out of my way to be like, I'm so sorry, and like I don't try to do that. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry, and that's it. Like I don't really
you're not-
I'm not
yeah.
overly like nice. I'm just regular, I feel.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think that's mistaken as me being rude, but I'm just like, well, I'm just normal. Like for example, like at work, my friend is always laughing at me because she's like, it's not, you don't sound rude, but like you don't have a customer service voice. So
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, well, yeah, no, I'm just talking regular. A lot of like everyone will be like, hi, what can I get for you? Okay. And I'm just like, no, people see right through that.
Mm-hmm.
They know that you have that fakeness.
So you just be walking up, yo, welcome to the makeup shop.
Yeah, well, like if I'm
What
at the
you need.
register, I'm just like, oh, thanks, have a good one. Like I'm just talking how I would normally talk. And so I feel like maybe somebody else would be like, she's not going out of her way to be like overly nice. She's in a bad mood. I'm like, no, do you want me to sound like a Barbie when I'm talking to you? I can.
So you telling me you go there late every other day, you don't have no personality.
I'm getting fired.
And you expect for them to pay you every 2 weeks?
Yes. It's been happening.
Damn.
It still works. I haven't found out.
Still there.
I feel like I try to be nice sometimes, but sometimes I feel like people got to just take it.
Take it.
Take some
Depends
words.
on what it is.
Yeah. I also think like I give the same energy that you're giving me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't do well with, like, if somebody was being rude to me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't do well with, like, kill them with kindness. I don't do well with that.
I do well with that. I do well with that. But there are some times when, well, they've killed me with rudeness. So
Yeah, exactly.
I got to go to my car and get my gun. Kidding. I know who's listening.
I feel like you have, like, also learned that, like, it's not always about killing it with kindness. But you do very well with it. I've seen it in action.
Me?
Yeah.
With what?
Like, I guess I'm talking about, like, when you used to work, like, waiting tables and someone's just being fucking rude. There's just like this switch that you have that is like, I'm not telling you you're a bitch, but you're gonna know from my tone that you're being a fucking bitch. That I wish I could attain, but I can't. I just get pissed.
I don't know how I do it.
I don't either.
I do. I've seen Rashawn do it, where he's like trying to remain composed.
Yeah,
but
that's
he
what
wants
it
to
is.
say,
It's composure.
it's like right here, not here, but right here, right behind his eyeballs. There's a script that says, "I will kill you," and he's reading it. He's reading the lines, and he's like, "Yes, I will do that for you."
That is so accurate. That is so it. That is it.
You know, people who like, if they cough, they'll cough blood, and it's just like, "Yeah, you have a great day too."
Just nosebleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One tear of blood. Just. I'll see you next week, Kelby. All right. Let's get into something.
I'm reading it right now.
There goes that script.
Trump's people say that he could go back to the White House now. He's totally clear of COVID. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think?
If he's clear or
Yeah.
if he should be back.
No. They say he's clear. The official White House doctors say he's clear to go. Y'all?
Did he even have it? I don't even know.
Yeah,
I'm still skeptical on
You
it.
still skeptical? What about the videos where he was...
I didn't
That's
see
probably
him.
him having a bad burrito.
I know. I'm like, he's old.
Okay. All right. So that's that. Y'all, you don't think he had it, sort of,
Well, I mean, they canceled the whole debate.
because he said he wasn't down for the virtual version.
Right.
that
if
was
you're
hilarious.
if
Yeah,
you're
funny.
good
If I can't
now,
make fun of you in person, I'm not going to do this.
exactly.
That's kind of gangster, man.
If you're good now, turn on a little Zoom. Let's see it for ourselves.
I think, but he doesn't want them to just like mute his mic.
Yeah, that's exactly
Oh, yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Because now they have that power.
Yeah. Sean?
Go vote.
Yeah. Good response.
There's that script.
There you go. Yeah. Go vote. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got. What else
Did you see SNL is back? I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about Mella when I watched the end of the episode.
Somebody-
I was
like-
like, Mella's crying right now.
2 people sent me the ending. The guy in the sax.
So did you hear how they're doing it? How they allowed so many people to sit in close proximity with each other in the audience? They're paying them. So you can't have an audience sit so close together as for the show. But if they're paid actors, so everyone who was in line got a $150 check.
Wow, would you do it?
I think it was a group of, what is it, like,
I would love $150.
what is it, like 9 and 9 in the front?
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
whatever,
say,
and
like,
then whoever's in the
20
back.
at most.
It is so small in there.
You been in there?
I saw it was Zach Braff and Maroon 5. It was years ago.
Whoa.
Zach Braff.
I love Zach Braff. Scrubs.
Did he do that movie where he was in New Jersey?
Garden State.
Yeah.
Garden State? Okay.
Yeah.
His directorial debut.
He's no
Yeah.
longer famous, right?
But no, he's doing the podcast.
Dating Florence Pugh.
Podcast. He's dating Florence Pugh?
Yep.
What are you talking about? Isn't he with Kristen Bell?
That's
What?
Dax Shepard.
Oh, they're the same people to me.
Very similar.
Yeah, they get mistaken for each
Yeah.
other all the time.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I was like, are they not famous?
That's hilarious.
Okay. So who is Kristen Bell's husband?
Dax Shepard.
He's no longer famous.
No, he just finished a show
Still famous.
with what's her name? This is about him living in a farm from the city.
I'm
Oh,
done. I'm
yeah.
done. We're farming the city.
Oh, no.
We're good.
Whatever.
So your answer, no.
Yeah. Dax Shepard. Yeah, he's doing plays now.
But anyway,
That's what I
so yeah, that's how they get the SNL cast is they're paying them, or
That's
the
cool.
audience they're paying them.
But are they
Loophole.
are
legal
they
loophole.
tested or like
They get tested.
Oh,
and they
okay.
get the beep beep temperature thing.
Okay. Who do you guys think is going to win Big Brother? It's almost done.
I fell off again.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Jonathan got evicted 7 seasons ago.
I don't know who that is. I don't watch the show.
it's Cody's to lose at this point.
Yeah, and then I think it's kind of annoying because it's just too easy.
So boring now.
It's yeah.
After the triple, which could have been so exciting, but
I'm sad Danny left because I love her.
they should have voted out Nicole.
They should have voted out Nicole, but she's not doing that great this season anyway. So it's just kind of like, man.
Only a matter of time.
I think she's gonna get to final 2 again.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, and she'll probably get
So
50
annoying.
grand.
Which, if she does, give her the money.
Yeah, well, not the 500.
Yeah.
Why?
You let someone who's played 3 times and won get to final 2, give her the money.
She didn't even deserve it when she won because it was against Paul,
I'm watching that season right now.
and she didn't deserve that. Paul played, even though I hate Paul. When I say hate, I mean I don't enjoy watching him. He played a better game.
She played a pretty good game. On rewatch.
But this season,
trash.
she was just there. There is an End SARS campaign that's out.
End SARS?
End SARS. You guys aware of End SARS? Drake is actually on it now. Just to give you guys, it's something that's happening in Nigeria. It is they are combating police brutality over there. Here's a tweet from CNN Africa. Despite the announcement of the ban on the controversial police unit known as SARS, SARS, protesters in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, reported that police were using water cannons and firing live ammunition and tear gas against End SARS march on Sunday afternoon. I saw something about this around the time that the George Floyd situation happened. There were women from Nigeria tweeting out that they are having an issue with police brutality around the same time. And they wanted a little bit more global press coverage because all of this is happening in the United States, and like the entire world is covering it in the press. And I saw it and nobody ever talked about it. So now it's kind of bubbling up, and it seems like they are having a major police brutality issue in Nigeria. So I'm hoping that when it comes to domestic and international disputes amongst people, their government, and their officials, that within the near future, many of these issues can settle. That's what I'm hoping for, especially moving into 2021, because it's tough to hear. It's tough to hear. So yeah, and SARS. Armenia. You guys hear about that? You hear about Armenia?
Ceasefire got broken.
Ceasefire got broken?
Yes.
There was a protest happening in Hollywood last Friday. I was there and I saw it. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not 100% sure, but I believe is the people of Turkey are attacking the people of Armenia.
It's like funneling through a Turkish area.
Uh-huh.
So it's like Israel is not helping, but Israel's funding Turkey, which is attacking Armenia.
Uh-huh. Israel is funding Turkey, which is attacking Armenia.
And they're using drones to attack Armenia.
And they're using drones to attack Armenia. So without me having a ton of information, I'm hoping that situation as well can quell. It's just not the time. It's not the time to be murdering and killing each other. I'll say
Never
that.
is.
Never is.
Never is. But with a global
Pandemic.
people are dying. It's just not the time. History has it that when people come together, no matter what, if everybody moves in the same direction, everybody will grow. And I understand that there are people out there who are power hungry, people who are financially thirsty. They have all types of different agendas, but you can't get lives back. Point blank, period. And there is no amount of money that's more important than lives. There is no amount of land that's more important than lives. So I'm hoping that the leaders of whatever is happening can come together and find a reason to stop to relax, because I believe there's already 150 plus innocent Armenian people that have died. Right. I'm happy to see the social media support. That's something that I'm happy to see, because Armenia is not a huge country and they're not heavily populated. So it's not something that the mainstream media has any real incentive to cover. I believe the population of Armenia is 3 million people. Let me go ahead and double check that just in case. But population of Armenia, it's it's 2.9 million people. We probably got, a percentage of that here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So these people are heavily impacted. So we don't want to, we don't want to be insensitive or turn a blind eye to things that are happening outside of our country. Again, lives are important. People are important. Peace is what I'm calling out for. I don't know about y'all, but it's disheartening to hear. And this is a kind of a reason why I wanted to come over here and joke and laugh with you guys, because boy, is the world on fire.
Yeah.
In a lot of different places and in a lot of different ways. And I got 3 messages this week, but one of them is the one I'll talk about right now. Somebody wrote me and explained to me, shout out to you, that their family's experiencing something traumatic. I'm not going to get into it on camera, but because they told me this in confidentiality, but they're experiencing something, and every week we're their getaway.
Oh,
they come, so they laugh, they listen, they turn us on for hours every single week. And we have a good responsibility to give people a good show, because if you remember, why do you enjoy watching television?
It's an escape.
It's an escape, sort of. You can't ever really escape what you're going through. But there's somebody out there that gives you that little moment of laughter that was really needed.
Yeah.
Who gives you a little bit of excitement. It shocks you a little bit, whatever it is that provides that for you, where you could have just been stuck in this down place.
Yeah.
And it only takes a little bit of light to light up a room. And that's what y'all do.
Aww. Hello out there. That's sweet. That's a sweet message.
Yeah. Even though she's like a Rashawn fan.
Don't hate.
Why would I? He's the star of the show. He gets paid the most. Let's see what else we got. We have NSARS. We have, of course, we have the U.S. elections. Oh, basketball. I know you guys don't care, but I heard that Danny Green got the pass and he missed. So
that's what I heard.
Yeah. So the Lakers they're up by 1 now. It's 3-2. You guys don't follow sports, but everybody thought it was going to be a slam dunk for the Lakers. And the first 3 games was like,
They wore the Mamba jerseys, right?
is that what they did?
This last game.
Oh, that's awesome.
They all wore the Mamba jerseys.
And then the end score was like a Kobe number. So
Oh, really?
yeah, like when you add the points together, it was like a Kobe number.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're pulling for the Lakers, but I mean, shout out to Miami for for pulling through. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that goes to show, like, when you push yourself and you don't accept defeat, they may not win the whole thing, but people will remember the moment when they could have just lost. And, there was people saying, they've been in the bubbles for so long. They don't get to see their friends. They don't get to see a little, whatever. Might as well just lose and go home. What kind of mentality is that? That ain't it.
Oh, I have a segue to sports.
Tell me.
So a friend of mine sent me a link that the original Space Jam website is still online.
Wow.
I've been to it recently.
It is so cool. Like it literally is just so nostalgic because it looks like something you make in class, like my first website. But like the article was talking about how when the movie came out, the person who made the website was like, we have to put spacejam.com on the posters. And the producers were like, why? Like nobody uses .com right now. Like no one, what's the internet? And he was like, no, it's going to be for real. It's going to be serious. And it's just crazy to like think about how like at one point we were like, the internet? Nah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Giants win something. Just win one. Just one. Just relax. Just one. That's
Dodgers
not
are
a
doing
lot
well.
to ask for. What?
The Dodgers are doing well.
Shut up.
I'm the only baseball fan here. I'll take it.
Anybody else? Baseball? You like baseball, Sam? You're a white boy and you don't like baseball? Freaking weird. You gonna throw the ball around with your old dad? Your pops? Yeah?
He threw it at his dad.
I'm checking to see if there's anything else that we got. And I don't believe so.
We covered all the bases.
Yo!
Hey, baseball.
Here's something.
Ba-dum.
Sorry. Here's something I wanted to talk about. Y'all see everybody leaving California?
Yeah, it's too expensive, dude.
Businesses are leaving, and there's very specific reasons. I wanted to have a conversation about economics. We can leave it at ground level. Y'all okay?
Sure.
Supply and demand.
All right. So, first thing, people are leaving California because, yes, it's too expensive. But what does too expensive mean?
Well, I guess like what you're getting paid versus how much you like getting paid at work or in your career,
What about businesses? Think about that.
like rent.
What I mean to say is if something is too expensive, that means you're getting too little for what you've paid.
Your
Right.
ROI is too low.
Right? So if you are getting paid, let's say you're getting paid 50 grand a year, which is not bad. If each parent made 50, if you were in a 2-income household, each parent, and I say parent, I'm assuming there's a child there. That's $100,000 household. You should be able to live comfortably on $100,000.
Yeah.
Right or wrong? In California, there's an issue of this place that is known to be gorgeous, and it's not as pretty anymore. Right? There's areas that don't look as nice, and you don't feel like you're paying the amount of money that you're paying to live where you live. Do you guys ever feel that? Do you ever feel if I lived in blank and I paid the exact same amount, my quality of life would be higher?
Yep.
Yeah.
You felt that before?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like as far as like for example, if I moved back to Texas and I was paying what I paid now, I would have like a 2-bedroom apartment and da 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 da. But my quality of life might be different because I'm living in Texas.
What's the difference?
I mean, as far as like where I'm actually living, like I don't necessarily want to live in Texas.
Okay, so
You know
out
what
of
I mean?
personal preference.
Right.
And that is for what? Job opportunity? Or
Yeah, job opportunity, I guess just to, as an example.
okay. So that's one reason why a lot of people are saying that they don't want to be here because they feel like their quality of life has lessened over the past 10 years or so. Okay. So it's not as beautiful as what they think it used to be, whatnot. Second thing that kind of aligns with that is people are saying that California has a homelessness problem.
Yeah.
Now it's clear that there's a homelessness problem, but there's two outlooks on homelessness. There is do not drive the homeless away. This is their land just as much as it is yours. And then there is I don't want to live next to a bunch of homeless people. Especially when there are families, kids, this, that, and the third. So it becomes kind of a difficult conversation to have because people are saying, well, I don't want to be mean or rude to homeless people and tell them to get on out of here, but I also don't want to live next to them. Mm-hmm. Where's the solution? What is the solution?
Well, they're homeless too because the same thing.
Say it again.
The homeless are homeless because of the same reason. The cost of living is
cost of living. Mm-hmm.
And if you're the city, you can kick them out discreetly. Mm-hmm. In the case of Echo Park, which is where I grew up, they shut down the lake. Mm-hmm. They closed it. They boarded it up. Everything. Mm-hmm. The homeless were like, "Well, we got nowhere else to stay. Let's move on down to down the road. I don't know, maybe Compton or whatever. I don't know wherever they ended up. And then they've rebuilt the lake. They've bought all the properties around the lake, made new apartment buildings, made new fancy this, fancy that, fancy. They gentrified the entire area. Mm-hmm. Then they opened the lake again." Mm-hmm. Only for the homeless to come right on back, but they didn't foresee that, I guess. But the solution is just to help house.
Well, I believe that there is somebody made a commentary that LAPD, Sheriff's Department, things like that, they're kind of being told not to chase homeless people out of their areas anymore.
They're also not trained, but everyone that I've talked to believes that homeless people are not good individuals or no help to society, and that they're there because they want to be there, and they can fix themselves, but they don't want to do it, and like they just want to do drugs and sit on the street.
Right.
So it's also the perception of homeless people that doesn't help the situation.
How do we help homeless people?
House them.
House them, but I can say, well, where's the solution in giving them housing alone?
What do you mean?
So, okay, we have a homelessness problem. We want to give them housing. What's next?
So I'm going to give a plug because I can.
Go for it.
A company, a nonprofit called Housing Works that I've been doing a lot of work with, does exactly that. They say Housing Works is called that because housing works. Okay. They do a lot of social work, and they'll you have to qualify specific qualities with the city and the county and all that jazz. They house them, and then they have a group called Empowerment Works. That's called that because empowerment works. So they work on holding your hand after you get housed. You work on finding a job. You work on if you're going to get bored in the middle of you between jobs, looking for a job, and you're housed. They do a lot of stuff with the arts, and they have programs where they come and teach you specific art things, awesome. Et cetera, et cetera.
I'm going to give you a number. Big Think said in 2019, it said that LA County went up 12% homelessness in a single year. They went from 36,000 to 59,000. And then the year after that, they went up 16%. To me, there seems like there is help, but it is overpowered by something else that's doing that. So I don't want to stay too long on homelessness because that's only one of the things that I was considering. So there's that, and then there's the next thing about healthcare. So California is kind of a socially leaning state where everybody pays into it, and everybody can have the opportunity to be taken care of, right? Now, with all good things come a little bit of bad. Like some people abuse the healthcare system, and it makes it slightly unfair for the people who pay for it, who rarely use it, and they see less money annually, and they pay into the system that other people are abusing. Now, that being said, some people who feel like it might be the right thing to do have slowly started shifting to feeling like, yo, look, I don't use this. It's expensive. That's another reason why people want to leave. That goes into the next thing. The taxes here are insane. Not only on you personally, But your business tax
Your business, yeah.
is insane. Think about this. I get taxed 3 or 4 times in my business before I make a penny.
Oh wow.
And then once I pay myself, I get taxed again. I could get taxed 5 times. Next, there's looking at a wealth tax. They're looking at a 10-year tax when you leave. Like, let's say you leave California. They want to charge you for 10 more years. I believe it's called an exit tax.
What?
Was that?
I've heard of it. Not really sure about it.
Yeah. It's called an exit tax. So there's a lot of taxes. You can get taxed up to 51%, I believe, of your income. At most, somebody said that they've been taxed 60%.
It's crazy.
So, and it's ranked as the absolute worst state to do business in. The worst state. What happened in California?
I don't know.
I do not know.
Too many people want to come in.
I don't think that's a problem because states want more people.
Yeah, so they're taking advantage of the situation.
Say it again.
They're taking advantage of the situation. They say, "Oh, all these people want to come in. Well, this is
Hike up the
price.
taxes.
Let's hike it up."
Hike up all the stuff. So my personal thought on it is I think that there is a philosophy that is showcased and idealistically it feels right, but it is wrong for the majority of people. Because I have thought many times, could I do my job from Texas?
I've been considering the same thing. Can I do this job in another state?
Can I do this job in a state that does not punish me for wanting to work?
I've been considering it for like 3-4 years now.
Now, I haven't considered it that much prior to 2020. But for me, it's the taxes. Oh, let me say it again. It's the taxes for me.
There you go. You're saying it all wrong.
My bad. I'm getting old.
Backwards.
I'm 24.
34.
Relax.
Dang.
Sean got a list of things he want to come back to me for. So, would you guys ever consider getting out of here?
Yeah, I mean, LA's not forever. I just don't know what the next move is.
Would you leave for those purposes, or does that even affect you? Because I'd be getting upset.
I mean, the cost of living here is higher, right? But I also didn't have to pay bills when I lived somewhere else. You know what I mean?
So you don't have anything to compare it to.
Exactly. But I feel like if one day I want to buy a house and I'm not a fucking millionaire by that point, I'm going to think about some shit.
But even the millionaires are like, yo, I got to get up on out of here because who wants to lose 50% of their money?
Right.
Even if you made millions.
Yeah.
Not me. If I made if you made $1 million and the government say, yo, you got to give me 500,000, you going to feel okay?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't have $500.
Okay. Let's Chris Rock this then.
Different perspective, yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, let me ask you this. You make 50 grand and the government says you get to keep 33. How do you feel? No way. Really? Well, Carmella? No, I mean, listen, I'm not saying you right or wrong or whatever. I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised.
Just answering.
Maybe I'm greedy.
Well, what's the alternative? That I have nothing?
No. All right, I guess maybe I should give you that then. Okay, you make 50 grand a year.
Okay.
Government says you get to keep 30 flat.
Okay.
And you move elsewhere and you get to keep 44.
Yeah.
What would you prefer?
I mean, the higher 44, but I'm also like, am I happy where I'm going? You know what I mean? I'm not going to move to Iowa and like,
Get a mansion
yeah, exactly.
amongst the corn or whatever they got
Right.
there, the potatoes.
Like, of course I could have a huge house and acres of land, but I'm also in bumfuck nowhere, not doing anything that I want to do. You know, it's that like balancing act.
Okay, let me be fair to this question. I have to go back to Rashawn. Tell me why, if you're okay with that.
The 33 grand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know because I'm not. I have like a few grand in my savings right now. You know what I mean? Like
Even
Haven't
after the
been.
teeth? let me I think maybe I should clarify this more, right? So we had a conversation about our we had a conversation about our which system? The justice system. Okay. Consider this idea that our government is not here to offer us the best thing. They're here to offer us the most fair thing, right? So fair and best are two different things. So they're going to take, I need to make the numbers easier. So you're making 50, they take 20, you're left with 30. So they're going to take $5,000, they're going to put it into healthcare. They're going to take $5,000, they're going to put it into the justice system. That leaves you with $10,000. So they probably take $2,500, put it in public transportation. $25,000, put it in. What else? What else does the government provide for you? Social Security, right? And then now you're left with $5,000 that they're just they need to pay administrative fees. Everybody who's doing the work. Do you feel like, okay, I am okay with them taking $20,000 from me, let's call it 40%, because the government is offering the majority of people something fair versus me keeping more money and potentially obtaining a better offer for myself and or my family. Does this give you any clarity?
Yeah, I guess it's not that I don't have clarity. It's more of a kind of a rat race where I'm running from point A to point B to point C, so they don't take as much money, but at the end of the day, they're taking money. And maybe that's a twisted perspective because
I don't understand.
like you're saying, if I stay in California, they're taking 20, I keep 30. But if I go to Middle America, I'll keep 44.
Yeah.
And I just don't, right now, me and my mindset can't really wrap around forced relocation just to keep like a little bit more.
Right.
Okay. So you feel like, let's say the jump from 33, the original numbers we had, 33 to 44 is about $11,000 a year. Let's say the quality of living, not the quality, but the cost of living is much lower. So let's assume you pay about $1,000 a month to live. Not counting car, this and that, but just to have a roof over your head. That's $12,000. Let's say now you've swapped out to go live in Idaho. Now you're paying about $450 a month. Let's call it $500. You're keeping $6,000 a year. Does that feel small?
It's not that it feels small. It's just that it feels I'm trying to find the right word.
Not large enough to matter?
When I'm at a point where I don't have to worry about of being able to afford my health insurance, then I'll worry about whether I'm getting $33,000 or $44,000. But right now, like my health insurance is like $250 a month. You know what I mean? And I'm struggling to make that. So in the grand scheme of things, would I love to keep a larger percentage of $50,000? Absolutely. But those are numbers that I personally don't feel like I'm in a position to negotiate.
Okay. The reason why I was asking you that is because I thought that your mentality was, if they take more from me, I will get more from them. So you're not saying that.
No.
Okay. that changes things. Because I thought you were saying it from a morality standpoint. I want more people to have more fair service.
I do,
Okay.
but I think these are like three separate questions. But yeah, I don't know.
I know it's a tough conversation, but I wanted to have it just because I think it's important. Because it's what's happening right now. Literally on the news, I went into whatever news channel, I think it was CBS, and they had a segment called California Mass Exodus. That's crazy. There's 40 million people in this state.
A lot of comedians are leaving California,
Where are they going? Texas?
mostly.
Chicago.
It's because Joe Rogan's leading the stampede.
Would your life change if you made 11,000 more a year? Tell me.
Depends on what you do with it.
Depends on what you do with it. But you can say, should I make $11,000 more a year right now, my life would slightly change.
Could afford a lot more, but
About $900 more a year.
could help with the rent.
Cushion.
Yeah. Why did the British leave Great Britain to come to America? Religious freedoms and taxes. Doesn't it feel like something happened? Churches ain't opening the churches, but they opening the bars.
And the malls.
Bars and malls. The churches are still closed, and they charging us up the wazoo. Doesn't history sound like it's just repeating itself?
It's been.
Yeah.
Other countries like Sam is going to know the answer to this. The country that is oil rich and their taxation is crazy. Venezuela. People are living rough out there. Oil rich. What's the solution?
We make another island.
Tell me more. I'm listening.
Okay, we get some dirt, and we just start gradually, and then we all move to that island, with just the five of us, nobody else, and we make our own crops.
Your girlfriend's going to hate this idea.
Actually, that's okay. That's okay. She can come visit our lovely island of crops and Blackstalgia podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our number one export is our voices.
Is audio. But it's a freaky time. I wanted to bring that up to you guys because I'm a big economy. I'm a business major, so everything for me comes back down to money. I have a philosophy in life. If everybody can afford what they need in life and can have as much sex as they want and can eat what they want, you will be forever happy. That's my philosophy in life. Now, I know people say money and everything, but one of the biggest issues that people have is the fact that they can't afford Jack Daily Squat. Am I wrong or am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Right?
True.
Think the number is the average amount. The average American has $2,000 in savings. I'm going to tell you guys this story. I got in a car accident and it cost me $2,800 to repair. I have a deductible of $1,000. Should I be the average American and have $2,000? That means I now have $200 left. Freaky.
Yeah.
I'm scared at this point. So y'all want to move to Florida? You don't want to move to Florida?
No,
It's a little too humid for me.
It's the humidity
It's
for
the
you?
humidity
old
for
people
me.
for me.
It's the old people. Florida's not as old as they say that
It's the
it is.
gators for me.
It's the
It's the gators? I used to have gators in my backyard.
It's the snakes under your house for me.
There's snakes here.
Under my house, maybe I don't know.
Some of them might be coming right to your house.
Knock,
Nah, but Florida got the snakes that come in through your toilet.
It's not Australia.
Bro, no.
It's not Australia.
Eat your dog and shit.
All right, let's do a Google right before we get on out of here.
Which country do snakes come out your toilet?
Which state has the least taxes? Let's find
Start
out
moving.
right now. And it is Alaska.
Delaware. Oh, we're moving to Alaska.
I'm down with
See you in
Alaska.
Alaska. Juno, anyone?
Here's the top 4 states that have the least taxes. Number 1 is Alaska. Take a guess as number 2.
Delaware.
Delaware is number 2. Correct. And by the way, I'll give you the numbers. Annual state and local taxes on median state household. Alaska is $4,474. Delaware is $4,202. Third state? Montana, $4,115. And the fourth is kind of surprising, but not really because everybody's moving there right now.
Nevada.
$4,973 a year. So think about that, guys. When you guys want to start a business, when you want to buy a house, we're all near 30 or over 30.
21, baby, forever.
Forever. But I want a big house. I grew up in a 4,000 square foot house.
I don't want a big house.
You want a big house?
I don't.
He wants a penthouse, baby.
You want a penthouse? You already told us that. You want to go to Seattle and like look at the rain from.
Like a brownstone of some sort.
Yeah, I want a loft.
You want a loft?
Because those are cool.
I don't care about being cool, man. I want a room with a door.
Right on. I support you. Go ahead, King.
I want like 11 rooms with 11 doors.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see how much time we have left in this state.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Interesting.
Blackstalgia coming to you live from Florida.
I mean,
From
listen,
Alaska.
I'm
From
down.
Alaska.
I'm trying to go see what's some lights in Alaska.
Aurora lights.
The rural lights, Aurora Borealis lights.
Yep.
I'm about to go Aurora Borealis on them.
Oh my God.
I'll tell
Coming
you
from
that right
California,
now.
you'll be like, here's the Blackstalgia podcast.
Cold.
You ever been to San Francisco? Man, the summer is the coldest winter
It's
up in
cold
San
over there,
Francisco.
yeah.
So cold.
All right, that's it. I don't have any more things to say. I feel like I've depressed them.
Nah, you put in perspective a lot of things.
All right. I like to do that. Yeah, I like to joke around. But if we could sit here and have a talk about the economy at some point in time, boy, I'd be happy.
Economy episode.
It's been a fun episode with you guys.
It always is.
You know, I like that we all play our roles. Carmella keeps it right in the middle. Rashawn is the kind, compassionate one with beautiful skin and hair.
Gorgeous.
I'm done. It's jealousy.
You said it.
I know. Relax. Chris plays his part as Rashawn's secret lover.
I
Not a
played well.
secret.
I played well.
It's not very secret.
Stop. He's going to hear.
And
And
I do
Kelby's
my
just
part.
doing Kelby.
I do
Kelby's-
mine.
Kelby.
You know, and I think the say the word for me.
Dynamic.
The dynamic is.
I wanted you to stay stuck on the
I was gonna say.
Dino
I was
nuggets.
gonna say the dichotomy.
yeah. That's,
Man. So yes, I've had fun. Let's end the show the way we gotta end it
With some.
with a little bit of something.
Blackstalgia.
There we go. Give me uno momento
This
because
is the Blackstalgia podcast.
you know what I gotta play my guy, Roy Orbison.
oh, yeah.
Carmella.
Yes.
It's mid-October.
Feel so bad, I've got a worried mind.
Tell me a little bit about what you're missing.
You know what I miss?
Since I left
MSN Messenger.
behind.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Her mind goes in a lot of places, a lot of good places. MSN Messenger. That was like the
You had AOL or you had
Yeah.
MSN.
Oh yeah. But my AOL away message was super fire.
I'm sure I changed mine like every day.
For sure.
Had to.
Did you used to sit there and like wait to see if they come in and log on? Like
was
the
just-
person that you were into? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now they're like gross.
Yeah, they're a cop now.
No.
But
He has a good job.
Yeah.
yeah.
Gross.
But he's just,
He ain't it.
You ain't it. But yeah, it was just some fun times on the MSN, chatting with the girls,
Yep.
seeing what the plan was for the weekend, movies or mall or both.
You're so lucky. I wasn't allowed to step outside the house. My plan was, I'll see you Monday.
Damn it.
Yeah. MSN Messenger. Messaging was a big deal back in the day, and it kind of still
chat
is now.
rooms.
Believe it or not, companies like Slack making $200 million this year. Sorry, I bring it back to business, but $2 million, and I'm sitting here like, off of Messenger? How the hell did Zoom take over Skype? How the hell did Skype take over Uvu? How do these things happen? I want to know. And now the premier messenger is iPhone Messenger. Screw that.
That blue bubble, baby.
Screw that.
No, I'm not about it.
Yeah. I'm a green guy.
Yeah.
Shawnee F.
I miss Blockbuster.
Damn.
Local
Yes, that's a
Easter.
fucking good one.
It's October.
Turn your attention.
Go run into the horror section.
Get
a few scaries.
Return to the last
Get a bag of popcorn.
You were allowed to get popcorn at Blockbuster?
The stove.
like Jiffy Pop thing.
I don't know.
I never had that before.
Friday night.
I'd see it and I'd be like, hey, Dad. And he'd be like, don't even shut.
Yeah.
Done.
We have popcorn at the house. You can eat that popcorn.
I didn't even really know what it was, or I thought it was a pie.
It was a what? Oh, the thing. Yeah.
I thought it was pie.
The Jiffy Pops.
Yeah. No. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Jiffy
Jiffy Pop. You put it on the stove and you can
Y'all be lucky as hell, man. Y'all be having stove popcorn.
See, you know what we should do for your 30th? We should just bring all the things that you were missing in your childhood that were super fun. We'll just do them on your birthday.
You know what? We have enough time to plan for that.
You have
Yeah,
a
a
good
couple of months.
couple months.
What's up?
What's up?
These guys, man, they want to age me so quickly. Okay, Blockbuster. I miss you know, I was gonna say that, but I'm still scared of them now. I was gonna say I miss potentially having a cavity.
Like going to the dentist?
Yeah, because my mom would make it such a big deal. Like, my children don't have cavities.
Yeah.
You know? It's the weirdest thing that I get threatened by.
Yeah.
My teeth better be fine. Or else, you know? So I guess I'll stick to that. My mom used to definitely be like, my children, not my kids, they don't have cavities. Then we go in and be like, well, there's this little tiny thing. And she'd be like, is that right? What were you doing?
Eating all that candy.
Candy. Probably not brushing the right way. Being a dumb kid.
Being a kid.
Tis what it is. But now I'm scared to get a cavity because golly, days is expensive to fix.
Flip the script.
Man.
That's probably why your mom was like, we ain't getting no cat.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we eat bananas in this house. Bananas and rice. The things you know now, like one-ply toilet paper is the best.
Okay.
That's no.
On the next episode of Blackstalgia.
We can talk about
Topic.
sandpaper toilet paper next episode.
You people really don't know what luxury is. They've tricked you.
Right.
The bear, Charmin bear, has tricked you to believe that a thick pad of toilet paper is the way to go.
If your ass isn't bleeding by the end, you're not wiping.
It's not blood.
No, it's boo boo. On your hand because you use one ply.
Yeah.
That's our episode today, y'all. I'm going to just throw this out there. Is one ply that bad? Tweet us. My tweet name, my Twitter name is KAJ4. That is.
Mine is Mellabell. MELLA_Bell.
This.
The Simba tattoo.
Let me know. I have tried to convince them that one-ply toilet paper is actually a fantastic choice, and you use less of it and it lasts longer, and it does a more effective job. But these people have been spoiled, and they think that it's the vibe to get 7 plies.
The vibe is shit-free hands.
Yeah.
You don't understand how to use it. You have to wrap it around a certain kind of way.
Yes, I do.
Rashawn be like, yeah, I only say nice things. I'm hella offended now. Oh, you Shawnites out there. You know what? Let me think of a name for the Rashawn army.
Yeah. Come up
Anybody
with
else
something
got one?
I'm thinking of one.
Yeah. Because his people be mobilizing. Please don't ever talk to him that way.
good. He is a sweet angel.
Yeah, he's so nice.
I love y'all.
He doesn't really like you guys.
Yes, I do.
That's all I got to say. Until next time, if you see our advertisement, leave us a comment. So long.